Chapter 1: The Power of Reinvention. Imagine waking up one day and feeling like a completely different person. Not just a slight change, but a profound transformation that touches every aspect of your life. This isn't a fantasy. It's the power of identity shifting, and it's within your reach. Identity shifting is more than just changing your habits or setting new goals. It's about fundamentally altering how you see yourself and, in turn, how the world sees you. This book will guide you through a 30-day journey that will revolutionize your self-perception and set you on a path to lasting personal growth. In the coming chapters, you'll learn to harness the incredible potential of your mind to reshape your reality. You'll discover how to tap into the core of who you are and mold it into who you want to be. This isn't about pretending or putting on a mask. It's about authentic, deep-seated change that starts from within. The process you're about to embark on is both simple and profound. You'll start by understanding the basic principles of identity shifting and setting initial goals for your transformation. These aren't lofty, unattainable ideals, but concrete, actionable objectives that you can begin working towards immediately. As you progress through this book, you'll identify key areas of your life ripe for change and develop a preliminary action plan. This isn't about overhauling every aspect of your existence overnight, but rather about making strategic, impactful shifts that create a ripple effect of positive change. But this is just the beginning. The real magic happens when you continue to apply these principles over time. You'll develop enhanced self-awareness and confidence that will serve you in every area of your life. You'll cultivate the ability to adapt to new challenges with ease, creating a version of yourself that's resilient, flexible, and always growing. The concept of identity shifting isn't new. Throughout history, great leaders, innovators, and changemakers have used these principles to transform themselves and, in turn, the world around them. Now, modern psychology and personal development techniques have refined these age-old wisdom into a practical, applicable system that anyone can use. At its core, identity shifting is about understanding that your self-perception shapes your reality. The way you see yourself influences your actions, your decisions, and ultimately your life outcomes. By consciously shifting your identity, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're changing your entire life trajectory. In the coming chapters, we'll dive deep into the step-by-step process of identity shifting. You'll learn how to craft powerful identity statements, how to embody your new self, and how to overcome the inevitable challenges along the way. Each step has been carefully chosen and ordered to maximize your transformation. This isn't a random collection of self-help tips. It's a structured, cohesive approach that integrates psychological insights with practical action steps. You'll understand not just what to do, but why you're doing it and how it contributes to your overall transformation. As we conclude this first chapter, you might be feeling a mix of excitement and apprehension. That's normal. You're standing on the precipice of significant change, and that can be both thrilling and intimidating. But rest assured, you have everything you need within you to succeed on this journey. In the next chapter, we'll delve deeper into the concept of identity itself. You'll gain a profound understanding of what shapes your self-concept and how it influences every aspect of your life. This foundational knowledge will set the stage for the transformative work to come, opening your eyes to possibilities you never knew existed. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Grow to the Top and activate notifications to receive more self-improvement tips that will supercharge your growth. Chapter 2: Understanding Identity. The concept of identity is at the core of human experience, yet it remains elusive and often misunderstood. As we embark on this journey of transformation, it's crucial to grasp the profound impact your identity has on every aspect of your life. Your identity isn't just a label or a role you play. It's the very foundation of how you perceive yourself and interact with the world around you. At its most basic level, your identity is your answer to the question, "Who am I?" But this simple query opens up a complex web of beliefs, experiences, and self-perceptions that shape your reality. Your identity influences your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and even the opportunities you perceive as available to you. It's the lens through which you view the world and your place in it. Understanding your identity is not just an academic exercise, it's the cornerstone of personal transformation. When you truly comprehend how your self-concept shapes your life, you gain the power to reshape it. This understanding becomes the catalyst for profound change, enabling you to break free from limiting beliefs and step into a version of yourself that aligns with your deepest aspirations. Your identity is not static, it's a dynamic, ever-evolving construct. It's influenced by your experiences, relationships, cultural background, and countless other factors. But here's the crucial point. While external factors play a role, you have the ultimate power to define and redefine your identity. This realization is both liberating and empowering. It means that no matter what your past experiences or current circumstances might be, you have the ability to shape who you become. One of the most powerful aspects of identity is its role in shaping your beliefs about what's possible for you. If you see yourself as someone who struggles with confidence, you're likely to shy away from opportunities that require assertiveness. On the other hand, if you identify as a confident, capable individual, you're more likely to take on challenges and push your boundaries. Your identity becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, influencing your actions and, consequently, your outcomes. It's important to distinguish identity from related concepts like personality or self-image. While personality refers to your characteristic patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving, identity goes deeper. It's about your core beliefs about who you are as a person. Self-image, on the other hand, is how you perceive yourself in the present moment, which can be influenced by temporary factors like mood or recent experiences. Your identity is more enduring and fundamental. The role of the subconscious mind in shaping your identity cannot be overstated. Much of what you believe about yourself operates below the level of conscious awareness. These deeply held beliefs, often formed in childhood or through significant life experiences, act as a hidden script guiding your actions and reactions. Uncovering and examining these subconscious patterns is a crucial step in the identity-shifting process. Consider how your current identity might be limiting you. Perhaps you see yourself as not a math person, which has prevented you from pursuing opportunities in fields that require numerical skills. Or maybe you identify as shy, which has held you back from forming meaningful connections or advancing in your career. These self-imposed limitations are not fixed traits, but rather beliefs that can be challenged and changed. The good news is that just as limiting beliefs can hold you back, empowering beliefs can propel you forward. When you start to see yourself as capable, resilient, and worthy of success, you open up a world of possibilities. This is where the true power of identity shifting lies, in consciously choosing and embodying an identity that serves your highest aspirations. Self-belief is the engine that drives personal transformation. When you believe in yourself and your ability to change, you're more likely to take the actions necessary to make that change a reality. This isn't about blind optimism or ignoring challenges. It's about cultivating a deep, unshakable confidence in your capacity for growth and adaptation. Building this self-belief is a process, and it starts with awareness. Begin by paying attention to your self-talk, the internal dialogue that runs through your mind throughout the day. Notice how often you use phrases like, "I can't," "I'm not good at," or "I'll never be able to." These seemingly innocuous statements are powerful reinforcers of limiting identities. Once you're aware of your self-talk, you can start to challenge and reframe these thoughts. Instead of "I can't," ask yourself, "How can I?" Instead of "I'm not good at," try "I'm learning and improving at." This shift in language might seem small, but it has a profound impact on how you perceive yourself and your capabilities. Another powerful tool for understanding and shifting your identity is self-reflection. Take time each day to journal about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Ask yourself probing questions like, what beliefs do I hold about myself that might be limiting my potential? In what areas of my life do I feel most confident, least confident? How would I describe myself to someone who doesn't know me? What aspects of my identity am I proud of? What aspects would I like to change? This reflective practice helps you gain clarity on your current identity and illuminates areas for potential growth and change. Visualization is another potent technique for identity shifting. Spend time each day visualizing yourself as the person you want to become. See yourself embodying the traits and behaviors of your ideal self. How do you carry yourself? How do you interact with others? How do you handle challenges? The more vividly you can imagine this version of yourself, the more real it becomes in your mind, and the easier it becomes to embody in reality. It's important to note that shifting your identity isn't about becoming a completely different person overnight. It's about aligning your self-concept with your true potential and deepest values. The goal is not to erase who you are, but to expand your sense of self to include all that you can be. As you work on understanding and shifting your identity, you may encounter resistance. This is normal and even expected. Your current identity, even if it's limiting you in some ways, feels safe and familiar. Your subconscious mind may try to protect this familiar self-concept by generating doubts or fears about change. When you encounter this resistance, remind yourself that it's a natural part of the growth process. Acknowledge these feelings without judgment, and then gently redirect your focus to your desired identity and the positive changes you're working towards. One common misconception about identity is that it's something you discover rather than create. While self-discovery is certainly part of the process, the most empowering approach is to recognize that you have the agency to actively shape your identity. You're not just uncovering who you are, you're deciding who you want to be and taking steps to become that person. Another pitfall to avoid is the belief that your identity is defined by your past experiences or current circumstances. While these factors influence your identity, they don't determine it. Your identity is shaped by how you interpret and respond to your experiences, not by the experiences themselves. This means that no matter what has happened in your past, you have the power to reinterpret those events and choose how they inform your sense of self moving forward. As you delve deeper into understanding your identity, you may uncover aspects of yourself that you're not entirely comfortable with. This is a crucial part of the process. Embracing all parts of yourself, including those you perceive as flaws or weaknesses, is essential for authentic growth. Remember, the goal isn't to create a perfect identity, but a whole and integrated one. Understanding your identity also involves recognizing the multiple roles you play in different areas of your life. You might be a professional in your career, a parent at home, a friend in social settings, and so on. Each of these roles contributes to your overall identity, and they can sometimes seem to conflict with each other. The key is to find ways to integrate these various aspects of yourself into a coherent whole, recognizing that you can embody different qualities in different contexts without losing your core sense of self. Your identity is also influenced by your values and beliefs. What principles guide your decisions? What do you stand for? What's most important to you in life? Clarifying your values provides a strong foundation for shaping your identity. When your actions align with your values, you experience a sense of authenticity and purpose that reinforces your positive self-concept. It's worth noting that your identity doesn't exist in isolation. It's shaped by and expressed through your relationships with others. How you see yourself influences how you interact with others, and in turn, how others perceive and respond to you reinforces your self-perception. This reciprocal relationship between identity and social interaction is a powerful lever for change. As you shift your identity, you'll likely notice changes in your relationships and social dynamics. The process of understanding and shifting your identity is not always linear or smooth. You may experience moments of clarity and rapid change, followed by periods of doubt or seeming regression. This is all part of the journey. The key is to maintain a compassionate and patient attitude towards yourself as you navigate this transformation. Remember, too, that identity shifting is not about reaching a final, fixed state. Your identity will continue to evolve throughout your life as you gain new experiences and insights. The goal is to develop the skills and mindset to consciously participate in this ongoing evolution, rather than passively accepting whatever identity seems to be thrust upon you by circumstances or others' expectations. As we conclude this exploration of identity, take a moment to reflect on how your understanding of yourself has already begun to shift. Perhaps you're starting to see possibilities you hadn't considered before, or you're becoming aware of limiting beliefs that have held you back. This growing awareness is the first step in your transformation journey. In the next chapter, we'll build on this foundation of self-understanding as we prepare for the practical work of change. You'll learn how to conduct a comprehensive life audit, set meaningful goals, and create a vision for your future self that will guide your identity-shifting process. This preparatory work is crucial for ensuring that the changes you make are aligned with your true desires and values, setting the stage for a transformation that is both profound and sustainable. As you move forward, carry with you the knowledge that your identity is not a fixed trait, but a fluid, malleable construct that you have the power to shape. You are not bound by who you've been in the past or who others expect you to be. You have within you the capacity to become the person you aspire to be, to align your self-concept with your highest potential. The journey of identity shifting is one of self-discovery, growth, and empowerment. It's a path that leads not just to personal transformation, but to a deeper, more authentic way of being in the world. Chapter 3: Preparing for Change. The journey of personal transformation begins long before the first visible steps are taken. Like an architect meticulously planning a grand structure, you must lay a solid foundation for the changes you wish to see in your life. This preparatory phase is crucial, setting the stage for a successful and sustainable transformation. As you stand on the threshold of change, it's natural to feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. The prospect of reinventing yourself is exhilarating, but it can also be daunting. This is why preparation is so vital. It provides you with a roadmap, a sense of direction, and the tools you'll need to navigate the challenges ahead. The first step in preparing for change is to establish a strong mental and emotional foundation. This involves cultivating a mindset that's open to growth and resilient in the face of challenges. Remember, the journey of identity shifting isn't always smooth. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. By preparing yourself mentally and emotionally, you'll be better equipped to handle these hurdles and maintain your momentum. One powerful way to build this foundation is through mindfulness practice. Spend time each day in quiet reflection or meditation. This doesn't have to be lengthy or complex. Even 5 minutes of focused breathing can help center your mind and increase your self-awareness. As you practice mindfulness, you'll become more attuned to your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to respond to challenges with greater clarity and composure. Another crucial aspect of preparation is conducting a comprehensive life audit. This is an in-depth examination of your current situation, encompassing all areas of your life. It's about taking stock of where you are now so you can chart a clear path to where you want to be. Start your life audit by dividing your life into key areas: career, relationships, health, finances, personal growth, and any other categories that are significant to you. For each area, ask yourself probing questions. How satisfied am I in this area of my life? What's working well? What's not working? What patterns or habits do I notice? What would I like to change or improve? Be honest with yourself during this process. The goal isn't to judge or criticize, but to gain a clear, objective understanding of your current reality. This clarity is essential for setting meaningful goals and identifying areas for growth. As you conduct your life audit, pay particular attention to your self-images and beliefs. These are the internal narratives that shape your identity and influence your behavior. Some of these beliefs may be empowering, while others may be limiting your potential. To uncover these beliefs, listen to your self-talk. What do you tell yourself about your abilities, your worth, your potential? Do you often use phrases like "I'm not good enough," I don't deserve success, or I'll never be able to do that. These are examples of limiting beliefs that can hold you back from achieving your full potential. Identifying these limiting beliefs is a crucial step in the identity shifting process. Once you're aware of them, you can begin to challenge and reframe them. For each limiting belief you uncover, ask yourself, is this belief based on fact or assumption? How has this belief served me in the past? How is it holding me back now? What evidence do I have that contradicts this belief? What would be a more empowering belief to hold instead? This process of examining and reframing your beliefs is ongoing. As you progress on your journey of transformation, you'll likely uncover deeper layers of beliefs and self-images. Each discovery is an opportunity for growth and alignment with your desired identity. With a clear understanding of your current reality and limiting beliefs, you're ready to set your vision and goals. This is where you define your North Star, the guiding light that will direct your transformation journey. Start by allowing yourself to dream big. If there were no limitations, no obstacles, what would your ideal life look like? Who would you be? How would you spend your time? What impact would you have on the world? Let your imagination run free, unencumbered by doubts or perceived limitations. As you envision this ideal future, pay attention to how it feels. Does it excite you? Does it align with your values and what's truly important to you? Your vision should inspire and motivate you, pulling you forward on your journey of change. Once you have a broad vision, it's time to break it down into specific, actionable goals. These goals should be SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of a vague goal like be more confident, you might set a goal to give a presentation at work within the next 3 months. As you set your goals, it's important to strike a balance between ambition and realism. Your goals should stretch you beyond your comfort zone, but not so far that they feel impossible. Remember, the process of identity shifting is gradual. It's about consistent progress, not overnight transformation. It's also crucial to set goals that are truly meaningful to you, not just what you think you should want or what others expect of you. Your goals should resonate with your values and align with your vision for your ideal self. When your goals are deeply meaningful to you, you're more likely to stay motivated and committed, even when the going gets tough. As you prepare for change, you may encounter a phenomenon known as learned helplessness. This is a psychological state where a person believes they have no control over their situation, even when opportunities for change are present. Learned helplessness can be a significant barrier to personal transformation, causing people to stay stuck in unfulfilling situations or destructive patterns. Overcoming learned helplessness is about reclaiming your sense of agency and control. Start by recognizing areas in your life where you felt powerless. Then, look for small ways to exert control and make positive changes. Even tiny actions can help shift your mindset from helplessness to empowerment. Another powerful technique for preparing for change is to create a vision board. This is a visual representation of your goals and aspirations, typically created by collecting images and words that resonate with your vision and arranging them on a board. The process of creating a vision board helps solidify your goals and keeps them at the forefront of your mind. Place your vision board somewhere you'll see it daily, allowing it to serve as a constant reminder of what you're working towards. This visual reinforcement can be incredibly motivating, especially during times when your resolve might waver. As you prepare for your transformation journey, it's also important to consider your environment. Your surroundings can have a profound impact on your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Look for ways to optimize your environment to support your goals. This might involve decluttering your living space, surrounding yourself with inspiring books or artwork, or even changing your social circle to include more supportive and growth-oriented individuals. Remember, preparation isn't just about planning and goal setting. It's also about building the habits and routines that will support your transformation. Start incorporating small, positive habits into your daily routine. This might include a morning gratitude practice, regular exercise, or dedicated time for learning and self-improvement. These habits, while they may seem small, create a foundation for bigger changes. They help rewire your brain, making it easier to adopt new behaviors and ways of thinking. As you consistently practice these habits, they become part of your new identity, reinforcing the changes you're working to make. It's also crucial to prepare for the inevitable challenges and setbacks you'll face on your journey. Change is rarely a smooth, linear process. There will be times when you stumble, when old habits resurface, or when progress seems slow. Anticipating these challenges can help you navigate them more effectively when they arise. Develop a plan for how you'll handle setbacks. This might include strategies for managing stress, techniques for reframing negative thoughts, or a support system you can turn to when things get tough. By having these resources in place, you'll be better equipped to maintain your momentum, even in the face of obstacles. As you prepare for change, it's important to cultivate patience and self-compassion. Transforming your identity is a profound process that takes time. There may be moments when you feel frustrated by the pace of change or disappointed when you don't meet your own expectations. In these moments, remind yourself that growth is a journey, not a destination. Every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Practice self-compassion by treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Acknowledge your efforts, celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and view setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. This compassionate approach will help you maintain a positive mindset and resilience throughout your journey. Another important aspect of preparation is developing a growth mindset. This is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. A growth mindset is crucial for identity shifting because it allows you to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. To cultivate a growth mindset, pay attention to your self-talk. When you face a difficulty, instead of thinking, "I can't do this," try, "I can't do this yet, but I can learn." Embrace challenges as chances to grow and view effort as the path to mastery. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Your willingness to learn and persevere is far more important than any innate talent or ability. As you prepare for your transformation journey, it's also valuable to seek out role models and inspiration. Look for people who embody the qualities you aspire to or who have achieved the kind of transformation you're seeking. Read their stories, study their strategies, and let their experiences inspire and guide you. Remember, though, that your journey is unique. While you can learn from others, your path will be your own. Another crucial element of preparation is setting up systems for accountability and tracking progress. This might involve keeping a journal, using a habit tracking app, or finding an accountability partner. Regular check-ins with yourself or with a trusted friend or mentor can help you stay on track and make adjustments as needed. When setting up your tracking system, be sure to define clear markers of progress. These should include both quantitative measures, like specific actions taken or goals achieved, and qualitative assessments, like how you feel or how your relationships have improved. Remember, transformation isn't just about external achievements, but also about internal shifts in mindset and self-perception. As you conclude this preparatory phase, take some time to acknowledge the work you've done. Simply by engaging in this process of self-reflection and planning, you've already begun your transformation journey. You've demonstrated a commitment to growth and a willingness to examine yourself honestly. These are powerful first steps. Remember, the preparation you've done isn't set in stone. As you progress on your journey, you may need to adjust your goals, refine your vision, or develop new strategies. Stay flexible and open to change, always keeping your ultimate vision of transformation in mind. As we move forward, you'll begin to implement the practical techniques for identity shifting. You'll learn how to craft powerful identity statements, how to embody your new self in daily life, and how to overcome the inevitable challenges you'll face. But you'll approach these steps with a solid foundation, a clear vision, and a deep understanding of yourself and your goals. The work you've done in this preparatory phase will serve as your compass, guiding you through the transformative journey ahead. You've set the stage for profound change, creating a launchpad from which you can propel yourself towards your ideal self. As you stand on the brink of this exciting journey, know that you're well equipped to handle whatever comes your way. In the next chapter, we'll delve into the core methodology of identity shifting. You'll learn specific techniques for crafting and internalizing new identity statements, setting the wheels of transformation in motion. This is where the real work begins, the daily practice of becoming the person you aspire to be. With your preparation complete, you're ready to take the first tangible steps towards your new identity, embarking on a journey that will reshape not just how you see yourself, but how you experience and interact with the world around you. Chapter 4: The Identity Shifting Technique. At the heart of personal transformation lies a powerful tool, the identity shifting technique. This method is the cornerstone of your journey, the practical application of the principles we've explored so far. It's where theory meets practice, where abstract concepts of identity become tangible actions that reshape your reality. The identity shifting technique is based on a fundamental truth: your actions follow your beliefs about yourself. By consciously crafting and internalizing new identity statements, you can initiate a profound shift in your self-concept, which in turn leads to changes in your behavior, habits, and ultimately, your life outcomes. At its core, this technique involves creating clear, powerful statements that encapsulate the person you want to become. These aren't mere affirmations or wishful thinking. They're declarations of identity, statements that define who you are at your core. The power of these statements lies in their ability to bridge the gap between your current self and your ideal self, providing a roadmap for transformation. To begin, let's explore the anatomy of an effective identity statement. A well-crafted identity statement has several key characteristics. 1. It's phrased in the present tense, as if it's already true. 2. It's positive, focusing on what you are rather than what you're not. 3. It's specific and clear, leaving no room for ambiguity. 4. It feels slightly uncomfortable or challenging, stretching you beyond your current self-concept. 5. It aligns with your core values and long-term vision for yourself. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be more confident," an identity statement might be, "I am a confident person who expresses myself clearly and assertively in all situations." Notice how this statement embodies all the characteristics mentioned above. It's present tense, positive, specific, slightly challenging, if confidence isn't your current strong suit, and presumably aligns with your values and goals. The process of crafting your identity statements begins with reflection. Review the goals and vision you developed in the preparation phase. What kind of person do you need to become to achieve these goals and embody this vision? What qualities, beliefs, and behaviors characterize this ideal version of yourself? As you contemplate these questions, begin to formulate statements that capture the essence of this ideal self. Don't rush this process. Take your time to craft statements that truly resonate with you, that excite and inspire you when you read them. Here are a few examples of powerful identity statements. I am a disciplined individual who consistently prioritizes my health and well-being. I am a creative problem solver who approaches challenges with curiosity and innovation. I am a compassionate leader who inspires and empowers others to reach their full potential. I am a lifelong learner who embraces new experiences and continuously expands my knowledge and skills. Remember, these are just examples. Your identity statements should be personal and specific to your goals and vision. They should feel authentic to you, even if they represent qualities you're still developing. Once you've crafted your identity statements, the next step is to begin internalizing them. This is where the real work of identity shifting begins. It's not enough to simply write these statements down and forget about them. You need to actively engage with them, repeatedly exposing your mind to these new self-concepts until they become your default way of thinking about yourself. One powerful method for internalizing your new identity statements is through daily affirmations. Set aside time each day, preferably in the morning and evening, to read your identity statements aloud. As you do so, really focus on the words and their meaning. Visualize yourself embodying these qualities and behaviors. Feel the emotions associated with being this version of yourself. It's important to approach this practice with intention and presence. Don't just recite the words mechanically. Engage all your senses in the experience. If your statement is about being a confident public speaker, for instance, imagine yourself standing on a stage, feeling poised and self-assured, hearing the sound of your strong, clear voice, seeing the engaged faces of your audience. Another effective technique for internalizing your new identity is journaling. Spend time each day writing about your new identity as if it's already true. Describe your day from the perspective of this ideal self. What actions did you take? How did you handle challenges? How did others respond to you? This exercise helps to create a vivid, detailed picture of your new identity in action, making it feel more real and attainable. Visualization is another powerful tool in the identity shifting process. Set aside time each day to close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself living as your ideal self. See yourself going through your day, interacting with others, tackling challenges, and achieving your goals. The more detailed and immersive you can make these visualizations, the more effective they'll be in reinforcing your new identity. As you engage in these practices, you may encounter resistance from your subconscious mind. This is normal and even expected. Your current identity, even if it's limiting you in some ways, feels safe and familiar to your brain. Your subconscious may try to protect this familiar self-concept by generating doubts, fears, or objections to your new identity statements. When you encounter this resistance, don't fight against it. Instead, acknowledge it with compassion and curiosity. Ask yourself where this resistance is coming from. What beliefs or past experiences might be fueling it? Often, simply bringing these underlying beliefs into conscious awareness can diminish their power. Remember, the goal isn't to completely eradicate your old identity overnight. Identity shifting is a gradual process of expansion and integration. You're not erasing who you are, but rather expanding your sense of self to include new possibilities and potentials. As you work with your identity statements, pay attention to any physical sensations or emotions that arise. Our identities aren't just mental constructs, they're deeply embodied experiences. You might notice tension, excitement, fear, or a sense of expansion as you engage with your new identity. These physical and emotional responses are important feedback, helping you gauge how deeply you're connecting with your new self-concept. It's also crucial to create an environment that supports your new identity. Look for ways to surround yourself with reminders of who you're becoming. This might involve creating visual cues like posting your identity statements where you'll see them often, or changing your phone background to an image that represents your ideal self. Consider also how you can adjust your physical environment to align with your new identity. If one of your identity statements is about being an organized, productive person, for instance, you might reorganize your workspace to reflect and support this aspect of your new identity. As you begin to internalize your new identity statements, you'll likely start noticing small shifts in your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. You might find yourself naturally standing a little taller if your new identity involves being confident, or automatically reaching for a book instead of your phone if your new identity involves being a lifelong learner. These small shifts are significant. They're signs that your new identity is starting to take root. Celebrate these changes, no matter how minor they might seem. Each one is a step towards becoming the person you aspire to be. It's important to note that the identity shifting technique isn't about pretending or putting on a false front. It's about aligning your self-concept with your true potential and deepest values. The goal is authenticity, not performance. If at any point your identity statements start to feel inauthentic or forced, that's a sign to revisit and refine them. As you progress in your identity shifting journey, you may find that your identity statements evolve. This is natural and even desirable. As you grow and change, your vision for yourself may shift as well. Be open to refining and expanding your identity statements as you gain new insights and experiences. One common challenge in the identity shifting process is dealing with conflicting identities. You might find that aspects of your new identity seem to clash with parts of your current self-concept or with roles you play in your life. For instance, if you're shifting towards an identity as a confident leader, this might initially feel at odds with your identity as a team player. When you encounter these apparent conflicts, remember that identities are not monolithic. You can embody seemingly contradictory qualities in different contexts. The key is integration, not elimination. Look for ways to reconcile and harmonize different aspects of your identity. In the example above, you might reframe your identity to encompass being a confident leader who values and nurtures team collaboration. Another powerful aspect of the identity shifting technique is the use of I am statements. The phrase I am carries immense psychological weight. It's a declaration of essence, of fundamental truth about who you are. When you say I am, you're not just describing a temporary state or a future aspiration. You're defining your very being. This is why it's so important to be mindful of the I am statements you use, both in your conscious identity shifting work and in your everyday self-talk. Every time you say I am, whether out loud or in your mind, you're reinforcing an aspect of your identity. Pay attention to the habitual I am statements you make throughout your day. Are they aligned with the person you want to become? If not, consciously replace them with statements that support your new identity. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, I am terrible at public speaking, immediately counter it with your new identity statement. I am a confident and articulate communicator. As you work with the identity shifting technique, it's important to maintain a balance between assertiveness and flexibility. While you want to be firm and consistent in affirming your new identity, you also need to be adaptable. Your identity statements aren't rigid scripts, but rather guiding principles that can be expressed in myriad ways depending on the situation. For example, if one of your identity statements is, I am a person who prioritizes my health and well-being, this doesn't mean you can never indulge in a slice of cake or skip a workout. It means that overall, your choices and actions align with someone who values their health. The key is to embody the essence of your identity statements while allowing for natural human variation and the complexities of real life. One powerful way to reinforce your new identity is through what psychologists call self-signaling. This involves taking actions that signal to yourself and others that you are the kind of person described in your identity statements. These actions don't have to be grand gestures. Often, small, consistent behaviors can be even more powerful in reinforcing your new self-concept. For instance, if your new identity involves being a lifelong learner, you might signal this to yourself by always carrying a book with you, or by setting aside time each day for reading or online courses. If your new identity involves being a compassionate leader, you might make it a point to acknowledge and appreciate your team members daily. These self-signaling behaviors serve a dual purpose. They reinforce your new identity to yourself, making it feel more real and tangible. They also often elicit responses from others that further validate your new identity. When people start treating you in accordance with your new self-concept, it becomes even easier to fully embody that identity. It's also important to prepare for moments of doubt or regression as you engage in the identity shifting process. There will likely be times when you don't feel aligned with your new identity statements, when old habits or self-perceptions resurface. These moments don't negate your progress. They're a natural part of the transformation process. When you encounter these moments, resist the urge to judge or criticize yourself. Instead, view them as opportunities for practice and reinforcement. Gently remind yourself of your new identity statements. Ask yourself how the person you're becoming would handle this situation. Then take action from that perspective, even if it feels challenging or uncomfortable. Remember, identity shifting is not about achieving perfection. It's about consistent progress and gradual transformation. Every time you choose to act in alignment with your new identity, even in small ways, you're strengthening those neural pathways and making that identity more dominant. As you continue to work with the identity shifting technique, you'll likely find that it becomes easier and more natural over time. What once felt like a conscious effort will start to feel like your default mode of being. This is a sign that your new identity is becoming integrated at a deep level. However, this doesn't mean the work is done. Identity shifting is an ongoing process, a lifelong journey of growth and self-discovery. Even as aspects of your new identity become second nature, there will always be new horizons for growth, new aspects of yourself to develop and refine. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to take your identity-shifting work beyond affirmations and visualizations and into the realm of everyday life. We'll discuss techniques for embodying your new identity in your actions, relationships, and decision-making processes. This is where the rubber meets the road, where your inner work manifests in tangible, real-world changes. As you move forward, remember that you're not just changing what you do, you're changing who you are at the core. This profound shift in self-concept has the power to transform every aspect of your life. By consistently practicing the identity-shifting technique, you're literally rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways that support your desired way of being. Embrace this process with patience, persistence, and self-compassion. Celebrate every small victory, every moment when you embody your new identity, no matter how briefly. Each of these moments is a step towards becoming the person you aspire to be, towards living a life that truly reflects your highest potential and deepest values. Chapter 5: Embodying Your New Identity. The journey of identity shifting doesn't end with crafting powerful statements or visualizing your ideal self. The true test and the real magic happens when you begin to embody your new identity in your daily life. This is where transformation moves from the realm of thought into the world of action, where your new self-concept becomes a lived reality. Embodiment is about more than just behaving differently. It's about fully inhabiting your new identity, allowing it to inform every aspect of your being, your thoughts, emotions, physical sensations, and actions. When you truly embody your new identity, it no longer feels like you're pretending or putting on an act. Instead, you're authentically expressing who you've become. The process of embodiment is where many people stumble in their personal growth journey. It's one thing to affirm, "I am confident," while standing in front of a mirror. It's quite another to carry that confidence into a challenging work meeting or social situation. This gap between affirmation and action is where the real work of transformation takes place. To bridge this gap, it's crucial to understand the difference between pretending and embodying. Pretending involves putting on a facade, acting in a way that feels inauthentic or forced. Embodiment, on the other hand, comes from a place of deep alignment. When you embody your new identity, you're not playing a role, you're expressing your true self, albeit a self that you're still growing into. One powerful way to start embodying your new identity is through what psychologists call embodied cognition. This concept suggests that our physical experiences shape our thoughts and emotions, and vice versa. By consciously adopting the physical postures, gestures, and expressions associated with your new identity, you can actually induce the corresponding mental and emotional states. For instance, if part of your new identity involves being a confident leader, practice standing tall with your shoulders back and your chin up. Make eye contact when speaking to others. Use deliberate, measured gestures. These physical adjustments might feel awkward at first, but with practice, they'll become natural and they'll reinforce your internal sense of confidence. Another key aspect of embodiment is aligning your environment with your new identity. Your surroundings play a significant role in shaping your behavior and self-perception. Look for ways to modify your physical space to support and reflect your new identity. If you're embodying an identity as an organized, productive person, ensure your workspace is clean and well-structured. If your new identity involves being a health-conscious individual, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods, and keep exercise equipment visible and accessible. Embodiment also involves aligning your daily routines and habits with your new identity. These small, consistent actions serve as constant reminders and reinforcements of who you're becoming. For example, if your new identity involves being a lifelong learner, you might start each day by reading an educational article or listening to an informative podcast. If you're embodying an identity as a compassionate leader, you could begin your workday by checking in with your team members and offering support. One powerful tool for embodiment is the use of rituals. Rituals are intentional, symbolic actions that can help reinforce your new identity and transition you into the mindset and emotional state associated with it. Morning and evening rituals can be particularly effective as they bookend your day with reminders of your new identity. A morning ritual might involve reading your identity statements aloud, visualizing yourself embodying these qualities throughout the day, and then taking a specific action that aligns with your new identity. An evening ritual could include reflecting on how you expressed your new identity during the day, celebrating your successes, and setting intentions for the following day. As you work on embodying your new identity, you'll likely encounter resistance, both internal and external. Internally, you might grapple with feelings of inauthenticity or imposter syndrome. It's common to have thoughts like, "Who am I to act this way?" or "I'm just pretending to be someone I'm not." When these thoughts arise, remind yourself that identity is not fixed. You're not pretending to be someone else. You're growing into a more aligned version of yourself. Every time you act in accordance with your new identity, you're making it more real, more authentic. It's through this consistent action that your new identity becomes integrated and natural. External resistance might come in the form of confusion or pushback from others who are used to your old patterns of behavior. People in your life might question your changes or unconsciously try to pull you back into familiar dynamics. This is where the strength of your commitment to your new identity becomes crucial. Remember, you don't need anyone's permission to change and grow. While it can be helpful to communicate your journey to those close to you, ultimately, your transformation is a personal choice and responsibility. Stay true to your vision for yourself, even if it means navigating some discomfort in your relationships. One effective way to embody your new identity is through role-playing exercises. Find a trusted friend or work with a coach to practice expressing your new identity in various scenarios. This might involve rehearsing how you'll handle a challenging work situation, practicing assertive communication, or exploring how you'll navigate social interactions as your new self. These role-playing exercises serve multiple purposes. They allow you to practice and refine how you'll express your new identity in real-world situations. They help you anticipate and prepare for potential challenges. And importantly, they make your new way of being feel more familiar and comfortable, easing the transition when you encounter similar situations in your daily life. Another powerful embodiment technique is to seek out experiences that align with and reinforce your new identity. If you're embodying an identity as an adventurous person, for instance, regularly engage in new and slightly challenging activities. If your new identity involves being a community leader, look for opportunities to volunteer or initiate projects in your local area. These experiences serve as identity challenges, opportunities to stretch yourself and prove to yourself and others that you are indeed the person you claim to be. Each time you successfully navigate one of these challenges, you're building evidence that supports your new identity, making it feel more real and authentic. It's important to approach the process of embodiment with patience and self-compassion. You're likely to have moments where you fall back into old patterns or where your new identity feels awkward or forced. This is completely normal and doesn't negate your progress. Instead of judging yourself in these moments, view them as opportunities for practice and growth. When you notice yourself slipping into old patterns, pause and take a deep breath. Remind yourself of your new identity statements. Ask yourself, how would the person I'm becoming handle this situation? Then, consciously choose to act from that perspective, even if it feels challenging. Consistency is key in the embodiment process. It's not about perfectly expressing your new identity 100% of the time, but rather about consistently making choices that align with who you're becoming. Even small, consistent actions can lead to significant shifts over time. One way to maintain consistency is to create a system of behavioral reinforcement. This might involve keeping a daily log of actions that align with your new identity, setting up reminders on your phone to prompt identity-aligned behaviors, or creating a reward system for yourself when you successfully embody your new identity in challenging situations. Another crucial aspect of embodiment is learning to trust your intuition and inner guidance. As you become more aligned with your new identity, you may find that you have a stronger sense of what feels right or true for you. This inner knowing can be a powerful guide in decision-making and behavior. Practice tuning into this inner guidance regularly. Before making decisions or taking actions, pause and check in with yourself. How does this choice align with your new identity? Does it feel expansive and authentic, or constraining and forced? Learning to trust and act on these internal cues is a key part of fully embodying your new identity. It's also important to recognize that embodying a new identity isn't just about changing your actions. It also involves shifting your perceptions and interpretations of the world around you. Your identity acts as a filter through which you experience reality. As you embody your new identity, you may find that you start to notice different things in your environment, interpret events in new ways, and respond to situations differently. For example, if you're embodying an identity as a positive, solution-focused person, you might start to naturally notice opportunities where before you saw only obstacles. If your new identity involves being a compassionate leader, you might begin to interpret team members' mistakes as learning opportunities rather than failures. This shift in perception is a powerful indicator that your new identity is becoming integrated at a deep level. It's not just changing what you do, but how you see and interact with the world around you. As you continue to embody your new identity, you may find that it evolves and expands in ways you didn't initially anticipate. This is a natural and positive part of the process. As you grow into your new self, you'll likely uncover new aspects of your potential and new directions for growth. Remain open to this evolution. Your identity statements and vision for yourself aren't set in stone. They're living, breathing concepts that can grow and change as you do. Regularly revisit and refine your identity statements to ensure they continue to inspire and challenge you. One powerful way to deepen your embodiment of your new identity is through teaching or mentoring others. When you share your knowledge and experiences with others who are on a similar journey, it reinforces your own learning and growth. It also challenges you to fully embody your new identity, as you naturally want to walk the talk when guiding others. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect or have everything figured out before you can share with others. In fact, being open about your own ongoing growth and challenges can make your guidance more relatable and impactful. Look for opportunities to share your journey, whether through formal mentoring relationships, participating in support groups, or simply having open conversations with friends and colleagues about personal growth. Another important aspect of embodying your new identity is learning to navigate setbacks and challenges. There will likely be times when you feel like you've regressed or when expressing your new identity feels particularly difficult. These moments are not failures, but rather important parts of the growth process. When you encounter setbacks, resist the urge to judge or criticize yourself. Instead, approach these moments with curiosity and compassion. What can you learn from this experience? How can you use it to deepen your understanding and embodiment of your new identity? Remember, transformation is not a linear process. It's more like a spiral where you might revisit similar challenges at different levels of growth. Each time you navigate a setback or challenge, you're building resilience and deepening your embodiment of your new identity. One powerful tool for navigating challenges is to develop a set of coping statements or mantras that align with your new identity. These are short, powerful phrases you can turn to in difficult moments to remind yourself of who you're becoming and how you want to respond to challenges. For example, if you're embodying an identity as a resilient, growth-oriented person, your coping statement might be something like, "I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth." If your new identity involves being a calm, centered leader, you might use a mantra like, "I remain calm and focused in the face of pressure." Practice these statements regularly, not just in times of stress. The more familiar and automatic they become, the more effectively they'll serve you when you really need them. As you continue to embody your new identity, pay attention to the ripple effects in your life. How are your relationships changing? How is your work being impacted? Are you attracting different opportunities or experiences? These changes are powerful indicators of your transformation and can provide motivation to continue your growth journey. It's also important to celebrate your progress along the way. Embodying a new identity is challenging work, and it's easy to focus on how far you still have to go rather than how far you've come. Make a habit of regularly acknowledging and celebrating your growth, no matter how small it might seem. This celebration doesn't have to be elaborate. It might be as simple as taking a moment at the end of each day to reflect on how you embodied your new identity or sharing your successes with a supportive friend. The act of celebration reinforces your new identity and motivates you to continue your growth journey. Remember, the goal of embodiment is not perfection, but progress. You're not aiming to flawlessly express your new identity at all times, but rather to consistently align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the person you're becoming. Each time you make a choice that reflects your new identity, you're strengthening those neural pathways and making that way of being more natural and automatic. As you move forward in your identity-shifting journey, remain open to the transformative power of embodiment. It's through this lived experience of your new identity that the most profound changes occur. You're not just thinking about who you want to be, you're actively becoming that person, moment by moment, choice by choice. In the next chapter, we'll explore strategies for overcoming the limiting beliefs that can hinder your transformation journey. We'll delve into techniques for identifying and releasing these beliefs and for cultivating a mindset that supports your continued growth and evolution. As you continue to embody your new identity, addressing these underlying beliefs becomes crucial for sustaining and deepening your transformation. Remember, the journey of identity shifting is ongoing. Each day presents new opportunities to embody your new identity, to stretch beyond your comfort zone, and to align more fully with your highest potential. Embrace these opportunities with courage, curiosity, and compassion, knowing that each step forward is shaping you into the person you aspire to be. Chapter 6: Overcoming Limiting Beliefs. As you progress on your journey of identity shifting, you'll inevitably encounter one of the most formidable obstacles to personal growth: limiting beliefs. These deeply ingrained thought patterns act as invisible barriers, holding you back from fully embodying your new identity and realizing your true potential. Understanding and overcoming these limiting beliefs is crucial for lasting transformation. Limiting beliefs are thoughts or attitudes that constrain us in some way. They're often subconscious, operating beneath the surface of our awareness, yet profoundly influencing our behaviors, decisions, and self-perception. These beliefs typically form early in life, shaped by our experiences, environment, and the messages we receive from others. Over time, they become so integrated into our worldview that we mistake them for objective truths about ourselves and the world around us. The power of limiting beliefs lies in their self-fulfilling nature. When we believe something about ourselves or our capabilities, we tend to act in ways that reinforce that belief, creating a cycle that can be challenging to break. For instance, if you hold the limiting belief, "I'm not good at public speaking," you might avoid opportunities to speak in public, thereby never improving your skills and reinforcing your initial belief. Identifying your limiting beliefs is the first step in overcoming them. This process requires deep self-reflection and honesty. Start by examining areas of your life where you feel stuck or where you consistently fall short of your goals. Ask yourself questions like, what do I believe about myself in this area? What truths do I hold about my capabilities or limitations? What do I think is possible or impossible for me? What stories do I tell myself about why I can't achieve certain things? As you explore these questions, pay attention to absolute statements like "I always" or "I never." These often indicate limiting beliefs. Also, listen for phrases like "I can't," "I'm not good at," or "it's impossible for me too." These are red flags signaling potentially limiting beliefs. Common limiting beliefs include, "I'm not smart enough to succeed in this field." "I don't deserve love, success, happiness." "I'm too young to start something new." "I'll never be able to overcome my past mistakes." "Success is only for lucky people, not for me." "I'm not creative, athletic, talented enough." Remember, identifying these beliefs doesn't mean they're true. It's simply the first step in challenging and changing them. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, the next step is to examine their validity. Most limiting beliefs, when subjected to scrutiny, prove to be based on faulty logic, outdated information, or overgeneralized experiences. Challenge each belief by asking, is this belief based on facts or assumptions? What evidence do I have that supports this belief? What evidence contradicts this belief? How did I come to hold this belief? Is the source reliable? How is this belief serving me? How is it holding me back? This process of questioning and examining your beliefs can be uncomfortable. You might uncover painful memories or realize how much these beliefs have held you back. Approach this exploration with compassion for yourself. Remember, you adopted these beliefs as a way of making sense of your experiences or protecting yourself. Now, you're choosing to outgrow them. After examining your limiting beliefs, the next step is to reframe them. This involves creating new, empowering beliefs that align with your desired identity and support your growth. For each limiting belief you've identified, craft an alternative belief that feels both challenging and believable. For example, limiting belief, "I'm not smart enough to succeed in this field." Reframed belief, "I have the capacity to learn and grow in any field I choose to pursue." Limiting belief, "I don't deserve success." Reframed belief, "I am worthy of success and capable of achieving it through my efforts." Limiting belief, "I'm too old to start something new." Reframed belief, "My life experience gives me unique advantages in pursuing new endeavors." The key is to create reframed beliefs that stretch you without feeling completely unbelievable. If the gap between your current belief and the new one is too wide, create intermediate beliefs that bridge the gap. Once you've crafted your new, empowering beliefs, the real work begins, integrating them into your daily life. This is where many people struggle. It's not enough to intellectually understand that your limiting beliefs are false. You need to embody this understanding at an emotional and visceral level. One powerful technique for integrating new beliefs is visualization. Spend time each day vividly imagining yourself embodying your new, empowering beliefs. See yourself acting with confidence, making decisions aligned with your new identity, and achieving your goals. The more detailed and immersive you can make these visualizations, the more effective they'll be in rewiring your neural pathways. Another effective method is to seek out experiences that challenge your limiting beliefs. If you've always believed you're not athletic, sign up for a beginner's sports class. If you think you're not creative, take an art workshop. These experiences provide tangible evidence that contradicts your limiting beliefs, making it easier to embrace your new, empowering beliefs. Affirmations can also be a powerful tool when used correctly. The key is to create affirmations that feel authentic and aligned with your new beliefs. Instead of generic statements, craft affirmations that speak directly to your specific limiting beliefs and desired identity. Repeat these affirmations daily, but don't just recite them mechanically. Really feel the truth of these statements as you say them. It's important to note that overcoming limiting beliefs isn't a one-time event, but an ongoing process. Even as you make progress, you may find that limiting beliefs resurface in times of stress or when facing new challenges. This is normal. The goal isn't to eliminate all self-doubt, but to develop the skills to recognize and challenge limiting beliefs when they arise. One powerful way to reinforce your new beliefs is through what psychologists call behavioral activation. This involves deliberately acting in ways that align with your new empowering beliefs, even if you don't fully believe them yet. By consistently taking actions that contradict your limiting beliefs, you create new experiences that support your desired identity. For instance, if you're working to overcome the belief, "I'm not good at networking," you might set a goal to introduce yourself to one new person at every professional event you attend. Each time you successfully do this, you're creating evidence that contradicts your limiting belief and supports your new identity as someone who is competent and comfortable in networking situations. It's also crucial to surround yourself with people who support your growth and reflect back your potential. Limiting beliefs are often reinforced by our social environment. If you're constantly around people who share or reinforce your limiting beliefs, it will be much harder to overcome them. Seek out relationships with individuals who embody the qualities you aspire to and who believe in your potential. Another powerful technique for overcoming limiting beliefs is cognitive restructuring. This involves actively challenging your negative thought patterns and replacing them with more balanced, realistic thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking in ways that reinforce your limiting beliefs, pause and ask, "Is this thought based on facts or feelings? Am I overlooking any important information? How would I advise a friend who had this thought? What's a more balanced way to look at this situation?" By consistently practicing this kind of cognitive restructuring, you can gradually shift your habitual thought patterns to align with your new, empowering beliefs. It's also important to address the emotional component of limiting beliefs. Often, these beliefs are tied to deep-seated emotions like fear, shame, or unworthiness. Simply trying to think your way out of these beliefs isn't always effective. You need to work through the underlying emotions as well. Techniques like journaling, meditation, or working with a therapist can help you process these emotions in a healthy way. As you acknowledge and work through these feelings, you'll find it easier to let go of the limiting beliefs associated with them. Remember, too, that overcoming limiting beliefs isn't just about eliminating negative thoughts. It's equally important to cultivate positive, empowering beliefs about yourself and your capabilities. Make a habit of acknowledging your strengths, celebrating your successes, no matter how small, and recognizing your progress. The more you focus on your potential and capabilities, the easier it becomes to let go of limiting beliefs. One often overlooked aspect of overcoming limiting beliefs is the role of self-compassion. Many people approach the process of changing their beliefs with harsh self-criticism, believing that they need to toughen up or berate themselves into change. However, research shows that self-compassion is far more effective in facilitating personal growth and change. Practice treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. When you notice limiting beliefs arising, respond to yourself with compassion rather than judgment. Recognize that these beliefs often come from a place of self-protection, even if they're no longer serving you. By approaching yourself with compassion, you create a safe internal environment for growth and change. It's also crucial to recognize that overcoming limiting beliefs is not about achieving perfection or eliminating all self-doubt. Even the most successful and confident individuals experience moments of insecurity or self-doubt. The difference is in how they respond to these moments. Develop strategies for managing self-doubt when it arises. This might involve having a set of empowering mantras you can turn to, practicing mindfulness to create space between your thoughts and your reactions, or having a supportive friend you can reach out to for perspective. The goal is not to never experience limiting thoughts, but to develop resilience and tools for moving past them quickly. Another powerful technique for overcoming limiting beliefs is to connect with your future self. Spend time visualizing the person you want to become, the one who has moved past these limiting beliefs. What does this future version of you believe about yourself? How do they approach challenges? How do they carry themselves? Write a letter from this future self to your current self, offering wisdom, encouragement, and perspective. This exercise can help you tap into your own inner wisdom and see your current limiting beliefs from a more empowered point of view. It's also important to recognize the role of identity in maintaining or changing limiting beliefs. Often, we hold on to limiting beliefs because they're familiar and feel like a part of who we are, even if they're holding us back. Embracing new, empowering beliefs might feel like losing a part of your identity at first. Remember that your identity is not fixed. You have the power to choose and cultivate the identity that aligns with your highest potential. As you work on overcoming limiting beliefs, consciously choose to identify with your potential rather than your limitations. Instead of thinking, I am someone who struggles with confidence, shift to, I am someone who is developing and expressing confidence more each day. One effective way to reinforce this new identity is through what psychologists call self-signaling. This involves taking small actions that signal to yourself and others that you are the kind of person who embodies your new, empowering beliefs. These actions don't have to be big or dramatic. In fact, small, consistent actions can be even more powerful in shifting your self-concept over time. For example, if you're working on overcoming the belief, I'm not a leader, you might volunteer to lead a small project at work or in a community organization. If you're challenging the belief, I'm not creative, you might set aside time each day for a small creative activity, even if it's just doodling for 5 minutes. These self-signaling behaviors serve a dual purpose. They provide evidence that contradicts your limiting beliefs, and they help you start identifying as the person you want to become. Over time, these small actions can lead to significant shifts in your self-concept and your beliefs about what's possible for you. It's also crucial to be patient and persistent in the process of overcoming limiting beliefs. Deep-seated beliefs don't change overnight. It's normal to have setbacks or moments where old beliefs resurface strongly. When this happens, don't see it as a failure, but as an opportunity for practice and reinforcement of your new beliefs. Keep a journal to track your progress over time. Note instances where you successfully challenged a limiting belief, acted in alignment with your new, empowering beliefs, or noticed a shift in your thought patterns. Reviewing this journal periodically can provide motivation and perspective, especially during times when change feels slow or difficult. Remember, too, that overcoming limiting beliefs is not just an individual process. Our beliefs are shaped by our culture, upbringing, and social environment. As you work on changing your personal beliefs, it can be helpful to examine and challenge broader societal beliefs that might be influencing you. For instance, you might realize that some of your limiting beliefs about success or worthiness are rooted in cultural messages you've internalized. Recognizing this can help you approach these beliefs with more objectivity and choose consciously which beliefs you want to accept or reject. As you continue on your journey of overcoming limiting beliefs, remain open to the possibility that this process might lead you in unexpected directions. As you shed old, constraining beliefs, you might discover new aspects of yourself or new possibilities that you hadn't previously considered. Embrace this exploration with curiosity and openness. Ultimately, the process of overcoming limiting beliefs is about freeing yourself to fully express your potential and live a life aligned with your true values and aspirations. It's about expanding your sense of what's possible for you and stepping into a more empowered, authentic version of yourself. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on the limiting beliefs you've identified and the new, empowering beliefs you're cultivating. Acknowledge the courage it takes to confront and challenge deep-seated beliefs. Celebrate the progress you've made, no matter how small it might seem. In the next chapter, we'll explore practical steps for implementing your identity shift in daily life. We'll discuss strategies for maintaining awareness of your new identity, building evidence to support it, and persisting through the inevitable challenges and resistance you'll encounter. As you move forward, remember that every time you challenge a limiting belief, you're not just changing a thought, you're expanding your potential and reshaping your reality. The journey of overcoming limiting beliefs is ongoing. Each day presents new opportunities to reinforce your empowering beliefs and to stretch beyond the boundaries of what you once thought possible. Embrace these opportunities with courage and compassion, knowing that each step forward is bringing you closer to fully embodying your new, empowered identity. Chapter 7: Practical Steps for Identity Shifting. Now that we've explored the foundations of identity shifting and tackled the challenge of limiting beliefs, it's time to dive into the practical, day-to-day work of transformation. This chapter will provide you with concrete strategies and actionable steps to implement your identity shift in real life. The journey of identity shifting is not just an intellectual exercise, it's a lived experience that unfolds in your daily choices, habits, and interactions. The key to successful transformation lies in consistently aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your new identity. This alignment creates a powerful feedback loop, reinforcing your new self-concept and making it increasingly natural and automatic. Let's begin with the crucial practice of awareness. Awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth, serving as the bridge between your current self and the person you're becoming. Without awareness, it's all too easy to fall back into old patterns and habits that don't serve your new identity. Cultivating awareness starts with regular check-ins throughout your day. Set reminders on your phone or place visual cues in your environment to prompt you to pause and ask yourself, 1. How am I feeling right now? 2. What thoughts am I having? 3. How do these thoughts and feelings align with my new identity? 4. What action can I take in this moment that aligns with who I'm becoming? These brief moments of reflection help you stay connected to your transformation journey and provide opportunities to course correct when you notice yourself slipping into old patterns. Another powerful tool for maintaining awareness is journaling. Dedicate time each day, preferably in the morning or evening, to reflect on your identity-shifting journey. Write about your experiences, challenges, and successes. Note instances where you successfully embodied your new identity, as well as moments where you struggled. This practice not only enhances your self-awareness, but also provides a record of your progress over time. As you cultivate awareness, you'll likely notice that certain situations or triggers tend to pull you back into old identity patterns. These might be specific environments, interactions with certain people, or particular types of stress or pressure. Identifying these triggers is crucial for proactively managing your responses and staying aligned with your new identity. Create a trigger map by listing situations or circumstances that tend to challenge your new identity. For each trigger, develop a specific strategy for maintaining your alignment with your new self. This might involve preparing empowering self-talk, visualizing yourself handling the situation as your new self, or having a specific action plan to embody your new identity in that context. Building evidence for your new identity is another critical aspect of the identity shifting process. Your brain craves consistency and will naturally seek evidence to support your self-concept. By consciously creating and collecting evidence that aligns with your new identity, you reinforce your transformation and make it increasingly real and believable to yourself. Start by setting small, achievable goals that align with your new identity. These don't have to be monumental tasks. In fact, smaller, more frequent wins can be more effective in building momentum and confidence. If your new identity involves being a proactive problem solver, for instance, you might set a goal to identify and address one workplace issue each week. As you achieve these goals, document your successes. Keep a victory log where you record every instance of you acting in alignment with your new identity, no matter how small. Did you speak up in a meeting when you usually stay quiet? Log it. Did you choose a healthy meal when you were tempted to eat junk food? Write it down. Over time, this log becomes a powerful reminder of your progress and a source of motivation during challenging times. Another effective way to build evidence is through what psychologists call behavioral activation. This involves deliberately seeking out experiences that allow you to practice and reinforce your new identity. If you're shifting towards an identity as a confident public speaker, for example, you might join a local Toastmasters group or volunteer to give presentations at work. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, but progress. Each time you act in alignment with your new identity, you're strengthening those neural pathways and making that way of being more natural and automatic. Persistence is crucial in the identity shifting process. There will inevitably be times when you face resistance, both internal and external. Internal resistance might manifest as self-doubt, fear, or the temptation to fall back into comfortable old patterns. External resistance could come from others who are used to your old identity and might unconsciously or consciously try to pull you back into familiar dynamics. Embracing discomfort is a key part of persistence. Growth and change inherently involve stepping out of your comfort zone, and this can feel uncomfortable or even scary at times. Instead of trying to avoid this discomfort, learn to see it as a sign of progress. When you feel that uncomfortable stretch, remind yourself that this is what growth feels like. Develop a mantra or affirmation to use during these moments of discomfort. It might be something like, "I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth," or "Discomfort is the price of transformation." Use this mantra to center yourself and recommit to your identity-shifting journey when things get tough. Practicing your new identity in unfamiliar settings can be particularly powerful. When you're in a new environment where people don't have preconceived notions about you, it's easier to fully embody your new identity without the pull of old dynamics or expectations. This might involve attending networking events in a different industry, joining new social groups, or even taking a solo trip to a place where no one knows you. These new environments provide a blank slate where you can practice being your new self without the baggage of past identities. They also offer fresh perspectives and experiences that can further reinforce and expand your new identity. Another crucial aspect of implementing your identity shift is managing your self-talk. The internal dialogue you have with yourself throughout the day has a profound impact on your self-perception and behavior. Pay close attention to your habitual thought patterns and the way you speak to yourself internally. When you notice negative or limiting self-talk, pause and reframe it in a way that aligns with your new identity. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not cut out for this challenge," you might reframe it as, "This is an opportunity for me to grow and prove my capabilities." With practice, this reframing becomes more automatic, supporting your new identity from the inside out. Visualization is another powerful tool for reinforcing your identity shift in daily life. Spend time each day vividly imagining yourself embodying your new identity in various situations. See yourself confidently handling challenges, making decisions aligned with your new self, and achieving your goals. The more detailed and immersive you can make these visualizations, the more effectively they'll prime your brain for actual behavior change. Creating a supportive environment is crucial for sustaining your identity shift. This involves both your physical surroundings and your social circle. Look for ways to modify your environment to reinforce your new identity. This might involve reorganizing your workspace to support productivity, creating a dedicated area for meditation or reflection, or surrounding yourself with images and objects that represent your aspirational self. In terms of your social environment, seek out relationships that support and reflect your new identity. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting ties with everyone from your past, but it does mean being intentional about who you spend time with and how you engage with others. Look for mentors, peers, or groups that embody the qualities you're cultivating in yourself. Consider joining or creating a mastermind group focused on personal growth and transformation. Having a community of like-minded individuals can provide support, accountability, and valuable perspectives as you navigate your identity-shifting journey. Implementing new habits and routines is another practical step in identity shifting. Your daily habits shape your identity over time, so aligning your routines with your new self-concept is crucial. Start by identifying key habits that would support your new identity. If you're shifting towards an identity as a health-conscious individual, for instance, you might implement habits like regular exercise, meal planning, and adequate sleep. When developing new habits, start small and build gradually. It's better to consistently maintain a small habit than to attempt a dramatic change that you can't sustain. Use habit stacking techniques, linking new behaviors to existing routines to make them easier to remember and implement. Another powerful practice is to create rituals that reinforce your new identity. Rituals are intentional, symbolic actions that can help transition you into the mindset and emotional state associated with your new identity. A morning ritual might involve reading your identity statements, visualizing your day as your new self, and taking a specific action that aligns with your new identity. An evening ritual could include reflecting on how you expressed your new identity during the day, celebrating your successes, and setting intentions for the following day. As you implement these practical steps, it's important to regularly reassess and adjust your approach. Your identity shift is a dynamic process, and what works for you might change over time. Set aside time each month to review your progress, celebrate your successes, and refine your strategies as needed. During these review sessions, ask yourself, 1. What's working well in my identity shifting process? 2. Where am I struggling or feeling stuck? How have my goals or vision for myself evolved? 4. What new strategies or practices could I implement to support my continued growth? This regular reassessment helps you stay agile and responsive in your transformation journey, allowing you to adapt your approach as you grow and change. One often overlooked aspect of identity shifting is the importance of self-care. Transformation can be emotionally and mentally demanding, and it's crucial to nurture yourself throughout the process. This isn't just about relaxation, although that's important too, but about engaging in activities that replenish your energy and reinforce your new identity. Identify self-care practices that align with your new identity and make them a non-negotiable part of your routine. This might involve activities like meditation, journaling, exercise, creative pursuits, or spending time in nature. Remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's a crucial component of sustaining your transformation and showing up as your best self in all areas of your life. Another practical step in identity shifting is to seek out opportunities for growth and learning. Your new identity likely involves expanding your skills, knowledge, or perspectives in some way. Make a commitment to continuous learning, whether through formal education, self-study, or seeking out new experiences. This might involve taking courses related to your new identity, reading books that expand your understanding, or seeking out mentors or experts in areas you want to develop. The process of learning and growth not only enhances your capabilities, but also reinforces your identity as someone who is continually evolving and improving. As you implement these practical steps, it's important to maintain a balance between structure and flexibility. While having a clear plan and consistent practices is crucial, it's equally important to remain adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and there will be times when you need to adjust your approach or pivot in response to changing circumstances. Develop the skill of flexible consistency, maintaining your core commitments to your new identity while being adaptable in how you express and implement them. This might mean adjusting your routines when traveling, finding creative ways to practice your new identity in challenging situations, or being open to new expressions of your identity as you grow and evolve. Remember, too, that identity shifting isn't just about changing your behavior. It's about transforming your entire way of being in the world. This includes how you perceive and interpret events, how you respond to challenges, and how you interact with others. Pay attention to these subtle shifts in your perspective and responses as you progress on your journey. One powerful way to reinforce your identity shift is through teaching or mentoring others. When you share your knowledge, experiences, and insights with others, you not only help them, but also deepen your own understanding and embodiment of your new identity. Look for opportunities to mentor others, share your story, or teach what you've learned, even if you're still in the process of transformation yourself. As you implement these practical steps, it's crucial to cultivate patience and self-compassion. Transformation is a journey, not a destination, and there will be ups and downs along the way. Be kind to yourself when you stumble or when progress feels slow. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. Remember that every choice you make, every action you take, is an opportunity to reinforce your new identity. Stay committed to your vision, trust the process, and know that with consistent effort and practice, your new identity will become increasingly natural and authentic. As we conclude this chapter on practical steps for identity shifting, take a moment to reflect on how you'll implement these strategies in your daily life. Consider which practices resonate most strongly with you and how you can integrate them into your routine. Remember, the power of these techniques lies not just in understanding them intellectually, but in consistently applying them in your day-to-day life. In the next chapter, we'll explore the crucial role of support systems in your identity-shifting journey. We'll discuss how to build a network of mentors, peers, and resources that can provide guidance, accountability, and encouragement as you continue to grow and transform. This support will be invaluable as you navigate the challenges and celebrate the triumphs of your ongoing evolution. As you move forward, carry with you the knowledge that every day presents new opportunities to embody your new identity. Each choice, each interaction, each moment of awareness is a chance to reinforce who you're becoming. Embrace these opportunities with courage, curiosity, and commitment, knowing that you're not just changing what you do, but fundamentally transforming who you are. Chapter 8, The Role of Support Systems. As you embark on the transformative journey of identity shifting, one of the most crucial elements for your success is the support system you build around you. No man is an island, and this adage holds especially true when it comes to personal growth and transformation. The right support can propel you forward, providing encouragement, accountability, and valuable perspectives as you navigate the challenges and triumphs of becoming your ideal self. The importance of a strong support system in identity shifting cannot be overstated. When you're working to change fundamental aspects of who you are, you're likely to encounter internal resistance, moments of doubt, and external pushback from those accustomed to your old ways of being. A robust support system acts as a buffer against these challenges, providing the emotional sustenance and practical assistance you need to persist in your transformation. Let's begin by exploring the various components of an effective support system for identity shifting. At its core, your support system should include 1. Mentors and coaches. These are individuals who have walked the path you're on and can provide guidance based on their experience and expertise. 2. Peers. Fellow travelers on the journey of personal growth who can offer understanding, shared experiences, and mutual support. 3. Cheerleaders, friends, family members, or colleagues who believe in your potential and offer encouragement and emotional support. 4. Accountability partners, individuals who help you stay committed to your goals and follow through on your intentions. 5. Professional support. This might include therapists, counselors, or other professionals who can help you navigate the psychological aspects of transformation. 6. Community. Groups or organizations aligned with your new identity that provide a sense of belonging and shared purpose. Building this support system begins with self-reflection. Take some time to assess your current network and identify gaps. Who in your life already supports your growth? Who might be resistant to your changes? What kinds of support do you most need at this stage of your journey? Once you've identified your needs, it's time to actively seek out the support that will best serve your transformation. Let's explore each component of your support system in more detail. Mentors and coaches play a crucial role in identity shifting by providing guidance, wisdom, and a roadmap based on their own experiences. A good mentor can help you navigate challenges, avoid common pitfalls, and accelerate your growth by sharing insights they've gained on their own journey. Finding the right mentor or coach involves a combination of research, networking, and intuition. Look for individuals who embody the qualities you aspire to or who have achieved the kind of transformation you're seeking. This might involve reaching out to people in your industry, attending events or workshops in areas aligned with your new identity, or seeking recommendations from trusted sources. When approaching potential mentors, be clear about what you're seeking and what you can offer in return. Remember, mentorship is a two-way relationship. While you'll certainly benefit from their guidance, consider how you might add value to their life or work as well. Peer support is another vital component of your support system. Connecting with others who are on a similar journey of growth and transformation can provide a sense of camaraderie, shared understanding, and mutual encouragement. These peers can relate to your struggles, celebrate your victories, and offer fresh perspectives on the challenges you face. Consider joining or creating a mastermind group focused on personal growth and identity shifting. These groups typically involve regular meetings where members share their goals, challenges, and progress, offering support and accountability to one another. The power of a well-functioning mastermind group lies in the collective wisdom and energy of its members, all committed to supporting each other's growth. You might also seek out online communities or local groups aligned with your new identity. Whether it's a forum for aspiring entrepreneurs, a meetup group for wellness enthusiasts, or an online community for personal development, these groups can provide valuable connections and resources. Cheerleaders are the emotional bedrock of your support system. These are the people who believe in you unconditionally, who see your potential even when you doubt yourself, and who offer encouragement and positive reinforcement throughout your journey. They might be close friends, supportive family members, or colleagues who recognize and appreciate your efforts to grow. Identifying your cheerleaders involves looking for people in your life who consistently uplift and encourage you. These are the individuals who respond with enthusiasm to your goals and aspirations, who celebrate your successes no matter how small, and who offer comfort and reassurance when you face setbacks. Nurture these relationships by expressing your appreciation for their support, keeping them updated on your progress, and being there for them in return. Remember, support is a two-way street, and the strongest relationships are those built on mutual care and encouragement. Accountability partners play a unique and crucial role in your support system. While cheerleaders offer unconditional support, accountability partners help you stay committed to your goals by holding you responsible for your commitments and actions. An effective accountability partner will check in with you regularly, ask about your progress, and provide constructive feedback when needed. When choosing an accountability partner, look for someone who is reliable, honest, and committed to their own personal growth. This might be a peer from your mastermind group, a colleague with similar goals, or a friend who's also working on personal development. The key is to establish clear expectations and a regular check-in schedule to ensure consistent follow-through. Professional support, such as therapists or counselors, can be invaluable in navigating the psychological aspects of identity shifting. Transforming your identity often involves confronting deep-seated beliefs, processing emotions, and developing new cognitive patterns. A trained professional can provide tools and techniques to support this inner work, helping you overcome obstacles and develop greater self-awareness. If you're considering professional support, look for a therapist or counselor who has experience with identity work and personal transformation. Many professionals now offer online sessions, making it easier to find someone aligned with your specific needs and goals. Community support provides a sense of belonging and shared purpose that can be incredibly motivating in your identity-shifting journey. This might involve joining organizations, attending events, or participating in activities aligned with your new identity. For instance, if your new identity involves being a socially conscious entrepreneur, you might join a local business network focused on sustainable practices. Engaging with a community that reflects your aspirational identity serves multiple purposes. It provides opportunities to practice and reinforce your new identity in a supportive environment. It offers access to resources, information, and connections relevant to your new path. And it creates a sense of belonging that can be deeply affirming as you step into your new self. As you build your support system, it's important to be intentional about the energy and influences you're inviting into your life. Not all support is created equal, and some well-meaning individuals might actually hinder your growth if their own beliefs or behaviors are misaligned with your new identity. Be willing to reassess and, if necessary, reshape your social circle as you evolve. This doesn't mean cutting ties with everyone from your past, but it does mean being mindful of how different relationships impact your growth. Spend more time with those who uplift and inspire you, and create healthy boundaries with those who may be resistant to your changes. One powerful way to strengthen your support system is to become a source of support for others. As you progress on your journey, look for opportunities to mentor or encourage those who are earlier in their growth process. Not only does this allow you to give back and help others, but it also reinforces your own growth and new identity. Teaching or supporting others often deepens our own understanding and commitment to our path. Technology can play a valuable role in building and maintaining your support system. There are numerous apps and online platforms designed to facilitate goal setting, habit tracking, and accountability. These tools can complement your human support system, providing daily reminders, progress tracking, and even connecting you with accountability partners or like-minded individuals around the world. However, while technology can be a useful tool, it's important not to rely on it exclusively. The most powerful support comes from genuine human connection and interaction. Use technology as a supplement to, not a replacement for, real-world relationships and support. An often overlooked aspect of building a support system is the importance of self-support. While external support is crucial, ultimately, you are your own most constant companion on this journey. Developing a strong practice of self-compassion, self-encouragement, and self-accountability is fundamental to your success in identity shifting. Cultivate a supportive internal dialogue. When you face challenges or setbacks, speak to yourself with the same kindness and encouragement you would offer a dear friend. Celebrate your efforts and progress, no matter how small. Develop rituals of self-care and self-reflection that nurture your growth and reinforce your commitment to your new identity. As you build and engage with your support system, it's important to maintain a balance between openness to feedback and trust in your own intuition. While the perspectives and advice of others can be invaluable, remember that you are the ultimate authority on your own journey. Learn to discern which advice resonates with your authentic self and aligns with your vision, and have the courage to respectfully disagree or choose a different path when necessary. Creating a culture of feedback within your support system can greatly enhance its effectiveness. Encourage open, honest communication among your mentors, peers, and accountability partners. Create safe spaces where you can share not just your successes, but also your struggles and doubts. The ability to be vulnerable and receive constructive feedback is crucial for genuine growth and transformation. Remember that building a strong support system is an ongoing process. As you evolve and your needs change, your support system may need to evolve as well. Regularly reassess the effectiveness of your support network. Are you getting the encouragement, accountability, and guidance you need? Are there new types of support you require as you progress in your journey? Be proactive in seeking out new connections and resources as needed. One powerful way to leverage your support system is through the practice of identity rehearsal. This involves creating opportunities to practice your new identity in safe, supportive environments before fully expressing it in the wider world. your support system can play a crucial role in this process. For instance, if your new identity involves being a confident public speaker, you might practice giving presentations to your mastermind group or a supportive friend before taking on larger speaking engagements. If you're shifting towards an identity as a leader, you might take on small leadership roles within your support community to build your skills and confidence. These rehearsals allow you to embody your new identity in a low-stakes environment, receive supportive feedback, and gradually build the confidence to express your new self more broadly. Your support system provides the safe space and constructive feedback necessary for this important practice. It's also valuable to create rituals or regular practices that reinforce the role of your support system in your life. This might involve weekly check-ins with an accountability partner, monthly mastermind meetings, or quarterly reviews with a mentor. By creating a rhythm of connection and support, you ensure that your support system remains an active, integral part of your identity-shifting journey. As you engage with your support system, practice the skill of active listening. Really tune in to the perspectives, experiences, and advice shared by your mentors, peers, and supporters. Ask thoughtful questions, seek to understand their viewpoints deeply, and reflect on how their insights might apply to your own journey. This deep listening not only helps you gain valuable insights, but also strengthens your relationships and encourages others to invest more deeply in supporting you. Remember that vulnerability is a strength when it comes to leveraging your support system. While it might feel uncomfortable at first, sharing your fears, doubts, and struggles allows others to support you more effectively. It also creates deeper, more authentic connections and often inspires others to be more open about their own challenges. Creating a success team can be a powerful enhancement to your support system. This is a small group of individuals committed to supporting each other's growth and success. Unlike a larger community or network, a success team is a close-knit group that meets regularly, often weekly or bi-weekly, to set goals, share progress, offer support, and hold each other accountable. In a success team, each member takes turns being in the hot seat, focusing deeply on their goals, challenges, and needs. The other members then offer their full attention, support, and resources to help that person move forward. This focused, rotating support can be incredibly powerful in accelerating your progress and helping you overcome obstacles in your identity-shifting journey. As you build and engage with your support system, it's crucial to practice gratitude. Regularly express appreciation to those who support you on your journey. This not only strengthens your relationships, but also cultivates a positive mindset that enhances your overall growth process. Consider keeping a gratitude journal specifically focused on the support you receive, or make it a practice to express thanks to someone in your support system each day. Remember that your support system is not just there for the challenging times. Actively share your successes, breakthroughs, and moments of joy with your supporters. Celebrating together reinforces your progress, strengthens your bonds, and inspires others in their own journeys. Lastly, as you benefit from the support of others, look for ways to pay it forward. As you grow and transform, you'll gain valuable insights and experiences that can benefit others on similar journeys. Share your learnings, offer support to those earlier in their process, and contribute positively to the communities that have supported you. This not only helps others, but also reinforces your own growth and new identity. As we conclude this chapter on the role of support systems in identity shifting, take some time to reflect on your current support network. Where is it strong? Where could it use enhancement? What specific steps can you take to build or strengthen the support you need for your continued growth and transformation? Remember, no one succeeds alone. By intentionally building and nurturing a strong support system, you're creating a powerful foundation for your identity-shifting journey. This network of mentors, peers, cheerleaders, and supporters will provide the encouragement, accountability, and guidance you need to persistently move towards becoming the person you aspire to be. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to handle external perceptions as you undergo your identity shift. We'll discuss strategies for navigating social dynamics, managing others' expectations, and confidently expressing your new identity in various aspects of your life. This will be crucial as you begin to more fully embody and express your transformed self in the world. As you move forward, carry with you the knowledge that you're not alone on this journey. With a strong support system behind you, you have a powerful resource to draw upon as you continue to grow, evolve, and step into your new identity. Embrace the strength that comes from connection and let it propel you forward on your transformative path. Chapter 9: Handling External Perceptions. As you progress on your journey of identity shifting, you'll inevitably face a new challenge: navigating the perceptions and reactions of others to your transformation. While the internal work of changing your self-concept is crucial, learning to handle external perceptions is equally important for the success and sustainability of your identity shift. The way others perceive and interact with you can have a profound impact on your ability to fully embody and express your new identity. People in your life, family, friends, colleagues, and even casual acquaintances have formed ideas and expectations about who you are based on your past behavior and interactions. As you begin to shift your identity, you may find that these external perceptions can either support or hinder your transformation. It's important to remember that others' perceptions of you are not your responsibility, nor are they necessarily accurate reflections of who you are becoming. However, learning to navigate these perceptions skillfully can make your identity-shifting journey smoother and more successful. Let's start by exploring the concept of social identity. Your social identity is the version of yourself that you present to the world and that others come to recognize and expect. When you begin to shift your identity, there can be a disconnect between your evolving internal sense of self and the social identity that others are accustomed to. This disconnect can lead to confusion, resistance, or even conflict in your relationships. One of the first challenges you'll likely encounter is dealing with others' surprise or skepticism about your changes. People who have known you for a long time may have difficulty reconciling your new behaviors, attitudes, or goals with their established image of you. They might express disbelief, make jokes about your changes, or even try to pull you back into old patterns of behavior. It's crucial to approach these reactions with patience and understanding. Remember that from their perspective, your changes might seem sudden or out of character. Instead of becoming defensive or discouraged, see these moments as opportunities to reinforce your new identity and educate others about your journey. When faced with skepticism or surprise, try using I statements to express your perspective. For example, I understand this might seem different from how I've been in the past, but I'm really committed to growing in this direction. This approach acknowledges their perception while firmly asserting your new identity. Another important skill in handling external perceptions is learning to communicate your transformation effectively. This doesn't mean you need to announce your identity-shifting journey to everyone you meet. Rather, it's about finding authentic ways to express your new self in your interactions and relationships. Start by identifying key aspects of your new identity that you want to communicate to others. These might be new values you've embraced, goals you're working towards, or changes in your behavior or attitude. Then, look for natural opportunities to express these aspects in your daily life. For instance, if part of your new identity involves being more assertive, you might start by expressing your opinions more openly in conversations with friends. If you're shifting towards being more health conscious, you could share healthy recipes or invite friends to join you for workouts. The key is to let your new identity shine through your actions and choices, rather than simply telling people you've changed. As you begin to express your new identity more openly, you may encounter resistance or criticism from others. This is a normal part of the process and doesn't necessarily reflect negatively on your transformation. People often resist change, especially in those close to them, because it disrupts their own sense of stability and may challenge their own choices or beliefs. When faced with criticism or resistance, it's important to stay grounded in your commitment to your new identity. Remind yourself of why you've chosen this path of growth and the positive impact it's having on your life. At the same time, try to approach critics with empathy. Often, their resistance comes from their own fears or insecurities. One effective strategy for dealing with criticism is to use it as an opportunity for dialogue. Instead of becoming defensive, ask questions to understand the other person's perspective. You might say something like, "I appreciate your concern. Can you tell me more about why you feel that way?" This approach can often diffuse tension and open up more constructive conversations. It's also crucial to set boundaries when necessary. While it's important to be understanding of others' reactions, you don't need to tolerate behavior that undermines your growth or well-being. If someone consistently belittles your efforts or tries to sabotage your progress, it's okay to limit your interactions with them or to clearly communicate that their behavior is not acceptable. Another challenge you may face is the temptation to fall back into old patterns of behavior in familiar social situations. For example, if you're shifting towards being more confident and assertive, you might find yourself slipping into old, passive behaviors when around family members who are used to that version of you. To combat this, practice mindfulness in your social interactions. Before entering situations where you're likely to encounter old triggers, take a moment to center yourself and remind yourself of your new identity. You might even create a short mantra or visualization to quickly realign with your new self. It can also be helpful to practice your new behaviors in lower-stakes social situations first. This might mean expressing your new identity more fully with new acquaintances or in environments where people don't have preconceived notions about you. As you gain confidence in these situations, it will become easier to maintain your new identity in more challenging social contexts. As you navigate external perceptions, pay attention to the power of nonverbal communication. Your body language, tone of voice, and even your style of dress can all send powerful messages about your identity. Make sure these nonverbal cues align with the identity you're cultivating. Stand tall, make eye contact, speak with conviction, and choose clothing and accessories that reflect your new self-image. Remember, confidence is key in managing others' perceptions of your new identity. The more self-assured you are in your transformation, the more likely others are to accept and support your changes. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect or have it all figured out. Authentic confidence includes the ability to acknowledge that you're still growing and learning. One powerful way to reinforce your new identity in the face of external perceptions is through what psychologists call public commitment. This involves openly declaring your new goals, values, or identity to others. When we make public commitments, we're more likely to follow through on them, both because of increased accountability and because the act of declaration itself strengthens our resolve. This doesn't mean you need to make grand announcements about your identity shift. Rather, look for natural opportunities to share your new goals or values with others. This might involve talking about your new pursuits in conversations, sharing your progress on social media, or participating in events or activities aligned with your new identity. As you become more comfortable expressing your new identity, you may find that your social circle begins to shift. Some relationships may naturally fade as you grow in new directions, while new connections form with people who resonate with your evolving self. This is a normal and often positive part of personal transformation. However, it's important to approach these social changes mindfully. Don't be too quick to cut ties with old friends or family members unless their presence in your life is truly toxic. Instead, look for ways to redefine these relationships in light of your new identity. You might be surprised at how some relationships can evolve and deepen as you grow. At the same time, actively seek out new social connections that support and reflect your new identity. Join groups or attend events related to your new interests or goals. Surround yourself with people who embody the qualities you're cultivating in yourself. These new connections can provide inspiration, support, and opportunities to express and reinforce your new identity. One challenge you may face is dealing with the expectations of others, especially if your new identity involves a significant departure from your previous roles or behaviors. People in your life may have certain expectations about your career path, lifestyle choices, or personal goals based on your past or on their own projections. Learning to manage these expectations while staying true to your new identity is a delicate balance. Start by clearly communicating your new direction to those closest to you. Explain your motivations and the positive impact this shift is having on your life. Be prepared to repeat this message multiple times, as people may need time to adjust their perceptions. At the same time, be willing to listen to the concerns of those who care about you. Sometimes their resistance may come from a place of genuine concern for your well-being. By listening openly and addressing their concerns thoughtfully, you may be able to turn skeptics into supporters. Remember that you don't need anyone's permission to change and grow. While it's natural to want the approval of others, especially those close to you, ultimately, your identity shift is a personal journey. Stay committed to your path, even if not everyone understands or supports it initially. As you navigate external perceptions, it's crucial to maintain a strong sense of self-compassion. There may be times when others' reactions or your own struggles to consistently embody your new identity lead to self-doubt or frustration. In these moments, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Remind yourself that identity shifting is a process, not a destination. It's normal to have moments of uncertainty or to sometimes fall back into old patterns. These aren't failures, but opportunities for learning and growth. Each time you notice yourself slipping and choose to realign with your new identity, you're strengthening your transformation. One powerful tool for managing external perceptions is to become adept at reframing. This involves choosing to interpret situations and others' reactions in ways that support your growth rather than undermine it. For example, if someone expresses skepticism about your changes, instead of seeing it as a criticism, you might reframe it as an opportunity to demonstrate your commitment and educate others about your journey. Practice looking for the most empowering interpretation of any situation or interaction. This doesn't mean ignoring genuine problems or criticism, but rather choosing to focus on aspects that you can learn from or that reinforce your new identity. As you become more comfortable with your new identity, you may find yourself in the position of inspiring others to pursue their own growth journeys. Your transformation can serve as a powerful example of what's possible, encouraging others to examine their own lives and consider making positive changes. Embrace this role with humility and compassion. Share your experiences openly, including both your successes and your struggles. Offer support and encouragement to others who express interest in making changes in their own lives. This not only helps others, but also reinforces your own identity shift by positioning you as a leader and role model in personal growth. Remember that authenticity is key in managing external perceptions. While it's important to present yourself in alignment with your new identity, this should never feel like putting on an act. Your goal is to express your genuine evolving self, not to create a false persona. If you find yourself tempted to exaggerate or pretend in order to meet others' expectations or to prove your transformation, take a step back. Reflect on why you feel this pressure and reconnect with your true motivations for this identity shift. Authentic growth may be challenging, but it should ultimately feel liberating, not constraining. As you continue to navigate external perceptions, pay attention to the feedback loop between how others perceive you and how you perceive yourself. When people start to recognize and respond to your new identity, it can significantly boost your confidence and reinforce your internal sense of change. Conversely, if you're consistently met with disbelief or resistance, it can challenge your commitment to your new identity. Be aware of this dynamic, but don't let it control you. Use positive external feedback as encouragement, but don't become dependent on it. Similarly, if you face persistent negative reactions, examine them for any valid insights, but don't let them derail your journey. Your internal commitment and self-perception should be the primary drivers of your transformation. One powerful way to manage external perceptions is to become a storyteller of your own journey. Develop a compelling narrative about your transformation, not a fictional story, but an authentic account of why you've chosen this path, what you're learning, and how you're growing. Having a clear, positive story to share can help others understand and support your journey. This narrative can evolve as you grow, but having a consistent core message can be incredibly helpful in communicating your identity shift to others. Practice sharing your story in different contexts, with close friends, in professional settings, with new acquaintances. The more comfortable you become with articulating your journey, the more confidently you'll be able to handle a variety of social situations. As we conclude this chapter on handling external perceptions, remember that this aspect of identity shifting is an ongoing process. As you continue to grow and evolve, you'll likely encounter new challenges and opportunities in how you relate to others and how they perceive you. Stay committed to your authentic self, but remain open to feedback and willing to adjust your approach when necessary. With patience, perseverance, and compassion, both for yourself and others, you can navigate the social dynamics of your transformation successfully, allowing your new identity to flourish in all aspects of your life. In the next chapter, we'll explore strategies for overcoming challenges and doubts that may arise on your identity-shifting journey. We'll discuss how to maintain motivation, deal with setbacks, and stay committed to your transformation even when faced with obstacles. This resilience will be crucial as you continue to deepen and express your new identity in the face of both internal and external challenges. As you move forward, carry with you the understanding that while external perceptions can influence your journey, they don't define it. You have the power to shape how you present yourself to the world and to choose how you respond to others' reactions. Embrace this power and let it fuel your continued growth and transformation. Chapter 10: Overcoming Challenges and Doubts. The journey of identity shifting is rarely a smooth, linear path. As you progress in your transformation, you'll inevitably face challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. These obstacles are not just normal, they're an integral part of the growth process. How you navigate these difficulties can often be the determining factor in the success of your identity shift. In this chapter, we'll explore strategies for overcoming the common challenges and doubts that arise during identity shifting. We'll discuss how to maintain motivation, deal with setbacks, and stay committed to your transformation even when the path becomes difficult. By developing resilience and effective coping strategies, you'll be better equipped to persist in your journey and emerge stronger on the other side of adversity. Let's start by acknowledging that doubt is a natural and even necessary part of the transformation process. Doubt often arises when we're pushing beyond our comfort zones and challenging long-held beliefs about ourselves. Rather than seeing doubt as an enemy to be vanquished, try to reframe it as a sign that you're truly growing and evolving. When you notice doubts creeping in, take a moment to examine them, curiosity rather than judgment. Ask yourself, where is this doubt coming from? 2. What fear or insecurity might be underlying this doubt? 3. Is this doubt based on facts, or is it a product of old thought patterns? 4. How can I use this doubt as information to refine my approach or strengthen my resolve? By approaching your doubts with curiosity and openness, you can often gain valuable insights that actually propel your growth forward. One of the most common challenges in identity shifting is maintaining motivation over time. The initial excitement of embarking on a transformation can be powerful, but as time goes on and the reality of the work sets in, it's normal for motivation to waver. To maintain motivation, it's crucial to connect regularly with your why, the deep-seated reasons behind your desire for transformation. Take time each day to reflect on why this identity shift is important to you. Visualize the positive impact it will have on your life and the lives of those around you. Consider keeping a journal where you record your motivations, progress, and the positive changes you're experiencing, no matter how small. Another powerful motivational tool is to break your larger transformation goal into smaller, manageable milestones. Celebrate each of these milestones as you achieve them. This not only provides regular doses of encouragement, but also makes the overall journey feel less overwhelming. Remember, motivation isn't something you either have or don't have. It's something you can actively cultivate. Engage in activities that inspire and energize you. This might involve reading books or listening to podcasts related to your new identity, attending workshops or seminars, or connecting with others on similar journeys. Setbacks are an inevitable part of any growth process, and identity shifting is no exception. You might find yourself slipping back into old habits, reacting in ways that don't align with your new identity, or facing unexpected obstacles that challenge your progress. When you encounter setbacks, it's crucial to approach them with self-compassion rather than self-criticism. Remind yourself that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for learning and growth. Ask yourself what you can learn from this experience and how you can use it to strengthen your commitment to your new identity. Develop a setback protocol, a set of steps you'll take when you face a challenge or slip-up. This might involve 1. Acknowledging the setback without judgment. 2. Reflecting on the circumstances that led to it. 3. Identifying what you can learn from the experience. 4. Recommitting to your goals and identity. 5. Taking a specific action that aligns with your new identity. Having this protocol in place can help you bounce back more quickly and turn setbacks into stepping stones for growth. Another common challenge in identity shifting is dealing with the discomfort of change. As you step into your new identity, you're likely to experience periods of discomfort or even anxiety. This is often referred to as cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort that results from holding two conflicting beliefs, values, or perceptions. Embrace this discomfort as a sign of growth. Remind yourself that it's normal and even necessary to feel uncomfortable as you stretch beyond your old self-concept. Develop strategies to manage this discomfort, such as mindfulness practices, deep breathing exercises, or positive self-talk. It can be helpful to reframe this discomfort as excitement. Physiologically, the sensations of anxiety and excitement are very similar. By consciously choosing to interpret these feelings as excitement about your growth and new opportunities, you can shift your emotional experience in a more positive direction. Persistence is key in overcoming challenges and doubts. There may be times when progress feels slow or when you're tempted to give up on your identity shift. In these moments, it's crucial to recommit to your journey and take consistent, even if small, actions that align with your new identity. One effective strategy for maintaining persistence is to create a commitment device, a self-imposed arrangement that makes it more likely you'll follow through on your intentions. This might involve making a public declaration of your goals, setting up regular check-ins with an accountability partner, or creating a system of rewards and consequences for yourself. Remember, persistence doesn't mean perfection. It's not about never faltering, but about consistently returning to your path, no matter how many times you may stray. Each time you choose to realign with your new identity, even after a setback, you're building resilience and strengthening your transformation. Self-doubt can be particularly challenging when it comes to identity shifting. You might find yourself questioning whether you're capable of truly changing, whether you deserve the identity you're aspiring to, or whether your efforts will really make a difference. To combat self-doubt, it's crucial to build a strong foundation of self-belief. This involves challenging negative self-talk and replacing it with more empowering narratives. When you catch yourself engaging in self-doubt, pause and ask, 1. Is this thought helping or hindering my growth? 2. What evidence do I have that contradicts this doubting thought? 3. How would I encourage a friend who expressed this doubt? 4. What's a more empowering way to view this situation? Regularly practicing positive self-talk and affirmations can help strengthen your self-belief over time. Choose affirmations that resonate with your new identity and repeat them daily, especially in moments of doubt or challenge. Another powerful tool for overcoming challenges and doubts is visualization. Spend time each day vividly imagining yourself as the person you're becoming. See yourself confidently embodying your new identity, successfully navigating challenges, and achieving your goals. The more detailed and immersive you can make these visualizations, the more effectively they'll prime your brain for actual behavior change. It's also important to prepare for and manage the reactions of others as you undergo your identity shift. As discussed in the previous chapter, not everyone in your life may be supportive of your changes. Dealing with skepticism, criticism, or lack of understanding from others can be a significant challenge. Remember that others' reactions are often more about them than about you. Their skepticism or resistance might stem from their own fears, insecurities, or resistance to change. While it's natural to want approval from others, ultimately, your transformation is for you, not for them. Develop strategies for handling unsupportive reactions. This might involve setting clear boundaries, choosing carefully whom you share your journey with, or developing scripts for responding to criticism or skepticism. Surround yourself as much as possible with people who support and believe in your growth. One often overlooked aspect of overcoming challenges is the importance of self-care. The process of identity shifting can be emotionally and mentally demanding. It's crucial to take care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being throughout this journey. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. This might involve practices like regular exercise, meditation, journaling, or engaging in hobbies that bring you joy and relaxation. Remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's a necessary foundation for sustained personal growth. Another challenge you might face is the fear of success. As strange as it might sound, many people unconsciously sabotage their own progress because they're afraid of what success might mean or bring. You might worry about increased responsibilities, changes in your relationships, or fear that you won't be able to sustain your success. To overcome the fear of success, it's important to examine and challenge these underlying fears. Ask yourself what success really means to you, not just in terms of external achievements, but in how it aligns with your values and the person you want to be. Visualize yourself not just achieving your goals, but successfully handling the new situations and responsibilities that come with your transformed identity. Imposter syndrome is another common challenge in identity shifting. As you step into your new identity, you might feel like a fraud, worrying that you're not really qualified or deserving of this new way of being. This feeling is particularly common when your new identity involves taking on new roles or responsibilities. To combat imposter syndrome, remind yourself that growth involves stepping into new territories where you might not feel fully qualified yet. That's not fraudulence, it's courage. Keep a record of your achievements, skills, and positive feedback from others. Review this regularly, especially when imposter feelings arise. Also, remember that even experts were once beginners. Everyone who has ever grown or achieved something significant has gone through periods of feeling uncertain or unqualified. Embrace this as part of the growth process rather than a sign that you're an imposter. Another challenge you might face is decision fatigue. Identity shifting often involves making numerous small decisions each day to align with your new self. This constant decision-making can be mentally exhausting and may lead to moments of reverting to old patterns simply because it's easier. To combat decision fatigue, try to automate or simplify as many decisions as possible. Create routines and habits that support your new identity so you don't have to make conscious choices each time. For important decisions that align with your new identity, consider creating a set of guiding principles or a decision-making framework that reflects your new values and goals. It's also crucial to develop strategies for managing stress and overwhelm. The process of transformation can sometimes feel all-consuming, leading to burnout if not managed carefully. Learn to recognize the signs of stress and overwhelm in yourself and have a toolkit of stress management techniques ready. This might include practices like deep breathing exercises, progressive muscle relaxation, mindfulness meditation, or engaging in physical activity. Regular use of these techniques can help you stay centered and resilient in the face of challenges. Remember that progress isn't always visible or linear. There may be times when you feel like you're not making progress, even though significant internal shifts are occurring. It's important to acknowledge and celebrate the less visible aspects of your transformation, such as changes in your thought patterns, emotional responses, or the way you approach challenges. Keep a growth journal where you record not just your external achievements, but also these internal shifts and realizations. Reviewing this journal regularly can help you recognize the progress you're making, even during times when it might not feel obvious. Another powerful strategy for overcoming challenges and doubts is to cultivate a growth mindset. This involves believing that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. With a growth mindset, challenges become opportunities for learning rather than threats to your identity. Practice reframing challenges with language that reflects a growth mindset. Instead of "I can't do this," try "I can't do this yet, but I'm learning." Instead of "this is too hard," think "this is challenging," which means I'm growing. It's also important to develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and adapt to change. Resilience isn't an innate trait, but a skill that can be cultivated. Some ways to build resilience include 1. Developing a strong support network. 2. Practicing optimistic thinking. 3. Staying flexible and adaptable in your approach. 4. Learning from failures and setbacks. 5. Maintaining perspective on challenges. Remember, resilience doesn't mean never struggling. It means having the tools and mindset to work through struggles effectively. Another challenge you might face is the temptation to compare your journey to others. In the age of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring your progress against what you see others achieving. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy or the sense that you're falling behind. Remember that everyone's journey is unique. The path of identity shifting is highly personal, and what works for one person may not work for another. Focus on your own growth and progress, using others' journeys as inspiration rather than comparison points. It can be helpful to limit your exposure to social media or curate your feeds to include only truly inspiring and supportive content. Consider sharing your own authentic journey, including both successes and struggles, to contribute to a more realistic dialogue about personal growth. As you navigate challenges and doubts, it's crucial to remain flexible and adaptable. Your initial vision of your new identity might evolve as you grow and gain new insights. Be open to refining and adjusting your goals and strategies as needed. This flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your core values or aspirations, but rather being willing to adjust your approach based on what you learn along the way. Regular self-reflection can help you stay attuned to whether your current path is truly serving your growth and make adjustments as needed. Remember that overcoming challenges and doubts is not about eliminating them entirely, but about developing the skills and resilience to navigate them effectively. Each challenge you face and overcome strengthens your new identity and builds your capacity for future growth. As we conclude this chapter, take some time to reflect on the challenges you've already overcome in your identity-shifting journey. Acknowledge your strength and resilience in facing these obstacles. Consider which strategies resonate most strongly with you and how you can incorporate them into your ongoing practice. In the next chapter, we'll explore practical applications of your new identity in various aspects of your life. We'll discuss how to integrate your transformed self into your relationships, career, and daily routines, ensuring that your identity shift creates lasting, positive change in all areas of your life. Remember, the challenges and doubts you face are not signs of failure, but opportunities for deeper growth and self-discovery. Embrace them as part of your journey. knowing that each obstacle you overcome brings you one step closer to fully embodying your new empowered identity. Chapter 11, Practical Applications. As we've journeyed through the process of identity shifting, we've explored the internal work of transformation, the importance of support systems, and strategies for overcoming challenges. Now, it's time to focus on how to apply your new identity in practical, everyday situations. This chapter will guide you through integrating your transformed self into various aspects of your life, ensuring that your identity shift creates tangible, lasting change. The true test of any personal transformation lies in its real-world application. It's one thing to visualize and affirm your new identity. It's another to live it out in your daily interactions, decisions, and actions. This practical application is where the rubber meets the road, where your internal shifts manifest as external changes. Let's start by considering how your new identity can be applied in your personal relationships. Relationships often serve as mirrors, reflecting back our self-concept and behaviors. As you shift your identity, you may notice changes in how you interact with others and how they respond to you. Begin by identifying key relationships in your life: family, close friends, romantic partners. Consider how your new identity might influence these relationships. For instance, if part of your new identity involves being more assertive, how might this change the dynamic with a dominant family member? If you're embracing an identity as a more empathetic listener, how could this deepen your friendships? It's important to communicate openly with those close to you about your personal growth journey. Share your aspirations and the changes you're working on. This not only helps them understand and support your transformation, but also sets the stage for evolving relationship dynamics. Remember, as you change, your relationships may need to adjust. Some people may struggle with your new way of being, especially if it challenges the status quo of your relationship. Be patient but firm in expressing your new self. Set healthy boundaries where necessary, and be willing to renegotiate relationship dynamics to align with your new identity. In professional settings, applying your new identity can lead to significant career growth and satisfaction. Start by examining how your new identity aligns with your current role and career path. Does it open up new possibilities or highlight the need for a change? If your new identity aligns well with your current career, look for ways to express it more fully in your work. This might involve taking on new responsibilities, proposing innovative projects, or changing how you approach your tasks. For example, if your new identity involves being a creative problem solver, you might volunteer to lead a brainstorming session for a challenging project. If your new identity feels at odds with your current career, it may be time to consider a transition. This doesn't necessarily mean an immediate, drastic change. Start by exploring how you can bring elements of your new identity into your current role while planning for a more aligned career path in the future. Networking is another area where your new identity can have a powerful impact. As you embody your new self, you may find yourself attracting different types of professional connections. Seek out networking opportunities that align with your new identity. This might involve attending different types of events, joining new professional organizations, or reaching out to individuals who embody the qualities you're cultivating. In your daily routines and habits, look for small but significant ways to reinforce your new identity. The cumulative effect of these daily choices can be transformative. For instance, if your new identity involves being health conscious, you might start your day with a morning workout or spend time meal planning each week. Create what psychologists call implementation intentions, specific plans for when, where, and how you'll act in alignment with your new identity. For example, when I arrive at work each morning, I will spend the first 15 minutes planning my day and setting intentions, embodying my new identity as a proactive and organized professional. Your living space is another important area for practical application. Our environments can either support or hinder our personal growth. Look for ways to adjust your home or workspace to reflect and reinforce your new identity. This might involve decluttering if your new identity values simplicity, setting up a dedicated workout space if health is a key aspect, or creating an inspiring workspace if creativity is central to your new self. Consider how you present yourself to the world, your style of dress, grooming habits, and overall appearance. While external appearances aren't everything, they can be powerful reinforcers of your internal identity. Make conscious choices about your appearance that align with and express your new identity. This isn't about conforming to others' expectations, but about authentically expressing your evolving self. In your leisure time and hobbies, seek out activities that align with and reinforce your new identity. If your transformation involves becoming more adventurous, you might take up a challenging new sport. If it involves being more culturally aware, you could commit to visiting museums regularly or learning a new language. Financial habits and decisions are another crucial area for practical application. Our relationship with money often reflects deep-seated beliefs about ourselves and our place in the world. Consider how your new identity might influence your financial choices. This could involve creating a budget that aligns with your new values, investing in personal development opportunities, or changing your spending habits to support your new lifestyle. Social media and online presence provide another platform for expressing and reinforcing your new identity. Audit your social media accounts. Do they reflect your new self, or are they stuck in old patterns? Consider updating your profiles, sharing content that aligns with your new identity, and engaging with communities that support your growth. However, be mindful of the balance between sharing your journey and seeking external validation. The goal is to use social media as a tool for reinforcement and connection, not as a source of self-worth or a means of proving your transformation to others. In your decision-making processes, consciously apply the perspectives and values of your new identity. When faced with choices, big or small, ask yourself, what would the person I'm becoming do in this situation? This simple question can guide you towards actions that reinforce your new identity. Develop a personal mission statement that encapsulates your new identity and core values. This statement can serve as a North Star, guiding your decisions and actions across all areas of your life. Revisit and refine this statement regularly as you continue to grow and evolve. Communication is a powerful arena for expressing your new identity. Pay attention to your language patterns, tone of voice, and nonverbal cues. Are they aligned with your new self? Practice using language that reflects your new identity. This might involve speaking more assertively, using more positive and empowering words, or communicating with greater empathy and understanding. In challenging situations, your new identity can serve as a source of strength and guidance. Develop a set of questions or a mental checklist to help you respond to difficulties in a way that aligns with your new self. For example, 1. How would my best self handle this situation? 2. What response would align with my core values? 3. What can I learn from this challenge? 4. How can I use this as an opportunity to reinforce my new identity? Stress management is another critical area for practical application. As you embody your new identity, you may find that your responses to stress evolve. Develop stress management techniques that align with your new self. This might involve adopting a regular meditation practice, learning new coping strategies, or changing how you perceive and respond to stressors. In your health and wellness routines, look for ways to align your practices with your new identity. This goes beyond just diet and exercise. Consider how your new identity might influence your sleep habits, self-care routines, or approach to mental health. For instance, if your new identity involves being more balanced and mindful, you might incorporate regular yoga or mindfulness practices into your routine. Your approach to learning and personal development is another area ripe for practical application. Embrace a mindset of lifelong learning that aligns with your new identity. Seek out books, courses, workshops, or experiences that not only add to your knowledge and skills, but also reinforce and expand your new self-concept. In your community involvement and civic engagement, look for ways to express your new identity through service or participation. This might involve volunteering for causes that align with your new values, taking on leadership roles in community organizations, or becoming more politically active if that aligns with your new self. Creativity and self-expression can be powerful channels for embodying your new identity. Even if you don't consider yourself traditionally creative, look for ways to express your new self through various mediums. This could be through writing, art, music, dance, or any form of creative expression that resonates with you. In your intimate relationships, your new identity may call for changes in how you approach love, intimacy, and partnership. This might involve communicating your needs more clearly, setting healthier boundaries, or being more vulnerable and open. If you're single, your new identity might influence the type of partner you seek or how you approach dating. Parenting is another area where your identity shift can have a profound impact. If you're a parent, consider how your new identity influences your parenting style, the values you want to instill in your children, and the example you're setting. This might involve being more patient, setting clearer boundaries, or engaging in different types of activities with your children. For those in leadership positions, applying your new identity can transform your leadership style and effectiveness. Reflect on how your new self-concept aligns with your leadership role. This might involve adopting a more collaborative approach, focusing more on developing your team members, or bringing more innovation and creativity to your leadership. In your approach to conflict resolution, your new identity can guide you towards more constructive and aligned responses. Develop strategies for handling disagreements or tensions that reflect your new values and self-concept. This might involve being more assertive, practicing active listening, or finding more creative solutions to conflicts. Time management is another crucial area for practical application. How does your new identity influence how you prioritize and spend your time? You might find yourself valuing different activities, setting new boundaries around your time, or approaching productivity in a new way. Create a time management system that aligns with and supports your new identity. In your spiritual or philosophical life, your identity shift may call for new practices or beliefs. This doesn't necessarily mean changing your religion, but it might involve deepening your existing practices, exploring new spiritual paths, or developing a more defined personal philosophy that aligns with your new self. Physical spaces and travel can also be powerful arenas for expressing and reinforcing your new identity. Consider how your new self might influence your travel choices, the types of experiences you seek out, or even where you choose to live. You might find yourself drawn to different types of destinations or experiences that align with your new values and interests. In your consumption habits, what you read, watch, listen to, and buy, look for alignment with your new identity. The media we consume and the products we choose can either reinforce or undermine our self-concept. Be intentional about choosing books, movies, podcasts, and products that support and inspire your new self. Rituals and celebrations provide another opportunity for practical application. Develop personal rituals that reinforce your new identity. This could be a morning routine, a weekly reflection practice, or a special way of marking milestones. Also, consider how you celebrate achievements and special occasions. Do your celebrations align with your new values and self-concept? In your approach to failure and setbacks, let your new identity guide your response. Develop a resilient, growth-oriented way of handling disappointments that aligns with your new self. This might involve reframing failures as learning opportunities, practicing self-compassion, or developing more effective problem-solving strategies. Finally, consider how your new identity influences your long-term goals and life vision. Take time to revisit and possibly revise your long-term plans in light of your transformation. Your new identity may open up possibilities you hadn't previously considered or shift your priorities in significant ways. As you apply your new identity across these various life areas, remember that consistency is key, but perfection is not the goal. There will be times when you slip into old patterns or struggle to embody your new self fully. Treat these moments with compassion and see them as opportunities for learning and reinforcement. Keep in mind that practical application is an ongoing process. As you continue to grow and refine your new identity, you'll discover new ways to express it in your daily life. Stay curious and open to these discoveries, always looking for fresh opportunities to align your actions with your evolving self. In conclusion, the practical application of your new identity is where the true power of transformation is realized. It's in these daily choices, interactions, and habits that your internal shift becomes a lived reality. By consciously applying your new identity across all areas of your life, you create a self-reinforcing cycle of growth and change. As we move into the final chapter, we'll explore how to celebrate your transformation and sustain your growth over the long term. We'll discuss strategies for maintaining momentum, continuing to evolve your identity, and using your personal transformation as a springboard for making a positive impact in the world around you. Remember, every action you take in alignment with your new identity, no matter how small, is a step towards fully becoming the person you aspire to be. Embrace these opportunities for practical application and watch as your transformed self becomes an integral, authentic part of your daily life. Chapter 12: Celebrating Your Transformation. As we reach the final chapter of our journey through identity shifting, it's time to pause and celebrate the profound transformation you've undergone. Too often in our goal-oriented society, we rush from one achievement to the next without taking the time to acknowledge and appreciate our growth. Yet, celebration is not just a pleasant afterthought. It's a crucial component of the transformation process itself. Celebrating your transformation serves multiple purposes. It reinforces your new identity, providing positive feedback that encourages further growth. It allows you to reflect on your journey, consolidating the lessons you've learned and the changes you've made. Celebration also provides closure to certain phases of your growth, while simultaneously opening doors to new possibilities. Let's begin by reflecting on how the knowledge and practices you've gained from this book have empowered you. Think back to where you were when you first began this journey. What were your initial goals? What doubts or fears did you have? Now, consider where you are today. How have you grown? What changes do you see in yourself, both internally and in your day-to-day life? Take some time to write down specific examples of how you've embodied your new identity. Perhaps you've become more assertive in your communication, more disciplined in pursuing your goals, or more compassionate in your relationships. Maybe you've taken on new challenges that your old self would have shied away from, or made decisions that align more closely with your true values. Remember, transformation is not always about grand, visible changes. Often, the most profound shifts happen internally, in your thought patterns, emotional responses, and self-perception. Acknowledge these inner changes as well. Have you noticed a shift in your self-talk? Are you more resilient in the face of setbacks? Do you approach challenges with a different mindset now? It's important to celebrate not just the end results, but the journey itself. Acknowledge the courage it took to embark on this path of transformation. Celebrate the persistence you've shown in facing challenges and overcoming obstacles. Recognize the wisdom you've gained through both your successes and your struggles. One powerful way to celebrate your transformation is through ritual. Create a personal ceremony that marks this milestone in your journey. This could be as simple as lighting a candle and speaking your achievements aloud, or as elaborate as planning a special trip or event that symbolizes your growth. The key is to make it meaningful to you and to fully engage in the experience of honoring your transformation. Consider creating a visual representation of your journey. This could be a piece of art, a photo collage, or a symbol that encapsulates your transformation. Display this in a prominent place as a daily reminder of how far you've come and the new identity you're continuing to embody. Sharing your celebration with others can amplify its power. Choose people who have supported you on your journey or who inspire you in your growth. Share with them specific ways you've changed and what you've learned. Their recognition and encouragement can further reinforce your new identity and provide additional perspectives on your growth. However, be mindful of how you share your transformation. The goal is not to boast or seek validation, but to express gratitude, inspire others, and further integrate your new identity. Share from a place of humility and authenticity, acknowledging both your successes and the challenges you've faced. As you celebrate, take time to express gratitude to yourself, to those who have supported you, and to the experiences, both positive and challenging, that have facilitated your growth. Gratitude amplifies positive emotions and helps to cement the lessons and growth you've experienced. Now, let's look at how your transformation has impacted your relationships. Often, as we change, our relationships evolve as well. You may find that some relationships have deepened as you've become more authentic and aligned with your true self. Others may have become more challenging as your new identity disrupts old patterns or expectations. Reflect on how your interactions with others have changed. Are you communicating differently, setting healthier boundaries, showing up in your relationships in new ways? Celebrate these changes and the positive impact they're having on your connections with others. It's also worth considering how your transformation might be inspiring or influencing those around you. When we change ourselves, we inevitably affect our environment. You may notice friends, family members, or colleagues being inspired by your growth to embark on their own journeys of self-improvement. Celebrate this ripple effect of positive change that your transformation is creating. Your professional life is another area where your transformation may have had significant impact. Reflect on how your new identity has influenced your work. Have you taken on new responsibilities, approached projects differently? Perhaps you've gained the confidence to pursue a new career direction altogether. Celebrate the ways in which your professional growth aligns with your personal transformation. Acknowledge any recognition or opportunities that have come as a result of embodying your new identity in your work life. Even if the external circumstances of your job haven't changed dramatically, celebrate the internal shifts in how you approach your work and perceive your professional self. As you celebrate your transformation, it's important to acknowledge that this is not an endpoint, but a milestone in an ongoing journey. The process of growth and self-discovery is lifelong. Your current new identity will itself evolve as you continue to learn, grow, and face new challenges. With this in mind, part of your celebration should involve looking forward. How can you build on the growth you've achieved? What new goals or aspirations have emerged as a result of your transformation? How can you continue to stretch and challenge yourself? Consider setting new intentions or goals that align with your evolved identity. These should feel exciting and slightly challenging, building on your growth while pushing you to continue expanding. Remember to make these goals specific, measurable, and aligned with your values and new self-concept. It's also valuable to reflect on how your transformation has improved your ability to achieve your goals and dreams. How has your new identity equipped you to pursue aspirations that might have seemed out of reach before? Celebrate not just what you've achieved, but the expanded sense of possibility that your growth has created. One powerful aspect of celebration is recognizing how your transformation has enhanced your resilience and ability to handle challenges. Think about how you now approach obstacles differently. Perhaps you're more solution-oriented, more persistent, or better able to maintain perspective in difficult situations. Celebrate this increased resilience as a valuable outcome of your identity-shifting journey. Your transformation likely has also impacted your self-care practices and overall well-being. Reflect on how you're taking care of yourself differently now. Maybe you've developed new habits around physical health, emotional regulation, or stress management. Celebrate these positive changes and the investment you're making in your long-term well-being. Consider how your transformation has affected your sense of purpose or life meaning. Often, as we align more closely with our authentic selves, we gain clarity about what truly matters to us and how we want to contribute to the world. Celebrate any insights or shifts you've experienced in this area, and consider how you can further explore and express your sense of purpose. It's worth noting that celebration doesn't mean ignoring or dismissing the challenges you've faced. In fact, acknowledging the difficulties you've overcome is an important part of the celebration process. Reflect on the obstacles you've faced, the moments of doubt or struggle, and celebrate your perseverance in working through these challenges. As part of your celebration, consider creating a success journal or transformation scrapbook. This could be a physical notebook or a digital document where you record your achievements, lessons learned, and moments of growth. Include photos, quotes, or other mementos that represent significant milestones in your journey. This serves not only as a celebration of your current transformation, but also as a source of inspiration and motivation for future growth. Celebrating your transformation also involves recognizing the new skills and tools you've acquired. Through the process of identity shifting, you've likely developed enhanced self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and personal growth strategies. Acknowledge these new capabilities and consider how you can continue to refine and apply them in various areas of your life. It's important to celebrate not just the big changes, but also the small, daily choices that have contributed to your transformation. These might include moments when you chose to respond differently to a situation, times when you stepped out of your comfort zone, or instances where you aligned your actions with your new identity even when it was challenging. These small choices, compounded over time, are the building blocks of lasting change. As you celebrate, take some time to reflect on how your values and priorities may have shifted through this transformation process. Often, as we grow and change, we gain clarity about what truly matters to us. Celebrate this increased alignment between your actions and your core values, and consider how you can continue to make choices that honor these priorities. Consider how your transformation has impacted your creativity and self-expression. Many people find that as they align more closely with their authentic selves, they discover new avenues for creative expression, or feel more confident in sharing their ideas and creations with the world. Celebrate any new forms of self-expression you've explored or creative projects you've undertaken as part of your growth journey. Reflect on how your transformation has influenced your relationship with time. Many people find that as they shift their identity, they also change how they perceive and use their time. Perhaps you've become more present-focused, more efficient with your time, or more intentional about how you spend your days. Celebrate these shifts and consider how you can continue to align your use of time with your new identity and values. Your transformation may have also impacted your relationship with money and material possessions. As we grow and change, our perspective on what truly brings fulfillment often shifts. Celebrate any positive changes in how you view and handle financial matters, as well as any shifts towards finding satisfaction in experiences or personal growth rather than material acquisitions. Consider how your transformation has affected your spiritual or philosophical outlook. For many, the process of identity shifting leads to a deeper exploration of life's big questions and a more profound sense of connection to something larger than themselves. Celebrate any growth or insights you've experienced in this area, whether it's through traditional spiritual practices or your own unique approach to finding meaning and purpose. Reflect on how your transformation has impacted your approach to learning and personal development. You've likely developed new strategies for growth and a deeper appreciation for the learning process itself. Celebrate this enhanced capacity for lifelong learning and consider how you can continue to nurture your curiosity and expand your knowledge in areas that align with your new identity. As part of your celebration, it can be powerful to create a personal manifesto or mission statement that encapsulates your transformed identity and the principles you now live by. This serves as both a celebration of how far you've come and a guide for your continued growth and decision-making. Consider how your transformation has influenced your vision for the future. Often, as we grow and change, our sense of what's possible expands. Celebrate this broadened perspective and take some time to revisit and possibly revise your long-term goals and life vision in light of your transformation. It's also worth celebrating the impact your transformation is having on your community or the wider world. As we change ourselves, we inevitably change our environment. Reflect on any positive contributions you're now making, whether through your work, volunteer efforts, or simply through being a more authentic and empowered individual in your daily interactions. As you celebrate your transformation, it's important to also acknowledge and honor the past version of yourself. Your old identity, with all its strengths and limitations, was a crucial part of your journey. It protected you, helped you navigate your world, and ultimately brought you to this point of growth. Express gratitude to your past self while celebrating the new version of you that has emerged. Remember that celebration is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. Consider establishing regular rituals or practices to acknowledge and celebrate your continued growth. This might involve monthly reflection sessions, annual personal retreats, or daily gratitude practices that keep you connected to your journey of transformation. Lastly, as you celebrate your transformation, take a moment to consider how you can pay it forward. How can you use your experiences and insights to support others on their own journeys of growth? This might involve mentoring others, sharing your story in a way that inspires growth, or simply being a more empathetic and supportive presence in your relationships. In conclusion, celebrating your transformation is a vital part of the identity-shifting process. It reinforces your growth, provides motivation for continued development, and allows you to fully integrate the changes you've made. As you engage in this celebration, remember that it's not about reaching a final destination, but about honoring the journey of becoming. Your transformation is a testament to your courage, resilience, and capacity for growth. Celebrate it fully, let it inspire you to continue evolving, and allow it to be a source of positive change in the world around you. You've done the work of transforming your identity. Now is the time to fully acknowledge, appreciate, and celebrate the new you that has emerged. As we close this chapter in this book, carry with you the knowledge that you have within you the power to continuously grow, evolve, and reshape your identity. Your journey of transformation doesn't end here. It's a lifelong adventure of self-discovery and personal evolution. Celebrate how far you've come and look forward with excitement to the continued unfolding of your potential. Chapter 13, Conclusion, Embracing Your New Reality. As we reach the end of this transformative journey, it's time to fully embrace the new reality you've created for yourself. The process of identity shifting is not just about changing who you are. It's about aligning your outer world with your inner truth and potential. Reflect on the profound changes you've experienced throughout this process. You've challenged long-held beliefs, overcome limiting thoughts, and cultivated a new sense of self that aligns with your deepest aspirations. This journey has required courage, persistence, and a willingness to step into the unknown. Remember that embracing your new reality is an ongoing process. Your transformed identity isn't a fixed destination, but a dynamic, evolving expression of your authentic self. As you continue to grow and face new challenges, your identity will further refine and expand. The skills and insights you've gained throughout this journey will serve you well beyond the specific changes you've made. You've developed a greater capacity for self-reflection, resilience in the face of challenges, and the ability to consciously shape your identity and life direction. As you move forward, continue to nurture your new identity. Regularly revisit the practices and principles you've learned. Stay connected with your support system and don't hesitate to seek guidance when needed. Remember, seeking support is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your commitment to growth. Be prepared for moments when your old identity tries to reassert itself. This is natural and doesn't negate your progress. Use these moments as opportunities to recommit to your new self and to practice the skills you've developed. Your transformation doesn't exist in isolation. As you embody your new identity, you'll likely notice positive changes in your relationships, career, and overall life satisfaction. Embrace these changes and let them further reinforce your growth. Remember that your journey can inspire others. By living authentically and sharing your experiences, you can become a catalyst for positive change in your community and beyond. Consider how you can use your transformation to make a meaningful impact in the world. As we conclude, I want to leave you with a powerful truth. The identity you've cultivated through this process is not just a new version of you, it's the most authentic expression of who you've always been at your core. You haven't become someone new. You've unveiled your true self, freed from the limitations of past conditioning and false beliefs. This realization is the ultimate payoff of your identity-shifting journey. You now have the power to continually align your life with your deepest truth, to pursue your highest aspirations with confidence, and to meet life's challenges with resilience and authenticity. You are not bound by who you were yesterday. Each moment offers a new opportunity to choose who you will be. With the tools and insights you've gained, you have the power to continuously evolve, to pursue your dreams with unwavering determination, and to create a life of profound fulfillment and purpose. Your journey of identity shifting has unlocked the door to limitless potential. Step through it with confidence, embrace the infinite possibilities that await you, and continue to grow into the fullest, most magnificent version of yourself. The world is waiting for the unique gifts that only you, in your newly realized authentic identity, can offer. Remember, you are the author of your own story, the creator of your own reality. Write it boldly, live it fully, and let your transformed identity be a beacon of inspiration for all whose lives you touch. Your greatest adventure begins now.